Hey, Crawlspacers, welcome to our brand new day review show. I think a lot of you want to talk about this movie that I think is expected to make, $1 billion this weekend? Hollywood needs it, don't you think? Let's introduce our panel. We've got Josh in the house. What's going on, Josh?
Hello. I have been so incredibly busy this week with all of the Spider-Man gigs, obviously, for the release of the new movie. So been doing daycares and mall visits, and at the release of the movie, I was there as Spidey for welcoming people there, and it's great. But my gosh, thank goodness I have like 7 of these exact same suits because I've just been watching them constantly.
What's the funniest interaction you've had over the last couple days?
Funniest interaction. We did a Spider-Man train today. So people have to ride the train with Spider-Man characters. So it's this big 5-hour event, and we had Spider-Man, MJ, Black Cat, Spinneret, Venom, Lizard, Green Goblin, like a whole bunch of characters there. It was awesome. And it was really funny watching all the young boys try to like talk to the girls there. Like we had MJ or Black Cat or Ghost Spider there. That was honestly really funny.
Nice. That's cute. Nobody wants to talk to Spider-Man after 13. Love it. Also, we have Kelly with I love the hat and the Zendaya shirt. The Zendaya shirt.
Yes.
I mean, it's
or Zendaya was wearing the Kelly shirt.
No, this is definitely one of the reprints. But apparently it's like everywhere now. Isn't that fun?
Your nephew was going to be on, but he decided he had something else to do. I thought this was the cutest little story. Tell me about this.
Oh no, I'll put it this way. I think my brother really wanted to see the movie, and so he convinced me to buy tickets for the 3 of us, along with concessions, because he forgot to bring his card. So fun time.
Brothers can get away with that. Dates cannot.
But Gabe loved it, but Gabe
Nice.
wanted to go home and play video games because
he's a kid. Why not?
Yeah.
Who wants to podcast? How old is Gabe?
11.
Yeah, I want to go home and play video games at 11 too.
Yeah.
Very cute. All right, we also have Christina. What's going on, Christina?
For no particular reason at all, I'm bringing out my little Jean Grey statue I have over here.
Christina.
Yeah.
I said no
reason, no particular reason.
Hold on. Let me cover her up real quick.
Great.
No, I got it off. It's
the worst kept secret in Hollywood.
It is true. By the way, I'll put it up now. I just had it up. Spoiler, that covers Christina's mouth quite well, actually. There you go. But I know we're about 3 minutes in. There's going to be spoilers. If you've not seen the movie, we're going to talk spoilers. And one of my students was the very first. Please no spoilers, Logan. Spoilers are coming, my man. Spoilers are coming. You have been warned, my friends. So if you want to maybe watch this show after you see the movie, or maybe you like to be spoiled and you just can't get enough crawl space. I know that's not anybody. Anyway, if you want to see our thoughts on it, maybe watch it after you see the movie. I think you would enjoy it more after the movie. Because who wants to read a Google Doc about what happened in the movie? Nobody. So anyway, spoilers ahead. All right. We also have George. What's going on, George?
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey, what's going on, sir?
I'm sorry. Do you expect? I don't dance, Douglas. What do you want from me?
Don't dance, Douglas. I love it. Oh, dance for me, Night Monkey.
I don't dance for anybody.
You don't dance. You really don't. If we were at a club and you're not getting down on the dance,
what would we be doing at a club with 50-year-old men?
Yes, you do dance. I knew it. Rub a dub in the club, George. Do it.
What'd you call it? Rub a dub?
Rub a dub in the club. Come on, George. Okay, obviously you did not go to the Rub a Dub Club in your 20s like I did. Okay.
I'm not in the Rub a Dub Club. No. FBI. FBI, if you're watching this, I am not in the Rub a Dub Club.
Well, we have that to look forward to. All right. And also, we have a special guest, Laura. What's going on, Laura? How are you?
I'm doing good. Is my mic loud enough? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
There's a little bit of static on it. Just a little bit of static. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll give you my best broadcast engineer. Unplug it and plug it back in.
Thank you, tech support.
Sorry about that.
I know, and that 90% works, honestly. But if you ever see in the comment section, you'll see Spider Girl. It's not Kelly sometimes.
Nope.
It's Laura.
Laura.
So Laura, and also Laura is JR's biggest fan. Unfortunately, JR texted me. He says, I can't get to the movies in time, so I'm not going to be able to make the show. So, George, what are you shaking your head for poor JR?
Well, I mean, it's just you would think, someone of JR's stature and station would have already, figured this out, like weeks ago. I'm a little disappointed.
Gotta love it. All right, and let me go over the rundown, viewers. This is what's I thought would be a fun show. So, off the top, we're gonna do grades, and then we're gonna do pros, and then we're gonna do cons of the movie. One thing I've been doing since Spider-Man 3 is funny theater moments. Anything funny happen at the theater? I had one that I think you guys will find especially funny. Easter eggs. What were some Easter eggs inside the movie that maybe others didn't see? Maybe you did. I had people leave before the post-credit. I'm like, how many Marvel movies have you been to?
Mm-hmm.
People, is this your first? I mean, come on. And then we're going to do something fun called the movie ranking. We have a little thing. Oh, what is that called? Create your own tiermaker.com.
Doing
Fun.
a tier list.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do a tier list, yes.
Wait,
And
whoa,
also-
whoa. Hold on. You didn't say anything about a tier list. A tier list is different than just
Well,
like than a ranking.
Well, we're ranking it,
Well-
but it's on the tier list website.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
So like your top.
I literally just came over here and wrote down my list. I didn't.
That's
I didn't,
fine. Just I
didn't
will
see
do
a
it
link to
live.
Any other thing.
I will do it live. You tell me what movie lands where, and I will drag it for you. And then we will also take some live callers if you want to voice your opinion about this movie. And I heard our friend Bruce, our big spider collector, might call in. Also, Donovan, a longtime Crawlspace member, might call in. He's working. He's working, but he said, you know what? If I can get away, I'm going to call in. So I think that will be fun.
Yeah.
I agree. And also, I thought this would be fun because what are some weird fan theories that we had for this movie that did not pan out?
Yes.
So there's a lot of them, and I
Mhm.
was surprised that one of them didn't appear. So we'll talk about that. So that's my rundown. That's the talking points that we're going to do on this show. I thought would be kind of fun. But again, spoiler warning, everybody. We're talking them. If you don't want to hear them, mute us now and just watch our lips move. You may get a spoiler watching our lips move. I don't know. All right, let's go around the horn and we're going to do grades. I will start with Josh. What's your grade on Spider-Man Brand New Day?
For the longest time, Captain America: The Winter Soldier was my favorite movie of all time. I think this one just beat it.
Whoa.
Wow.
This is my favorite movie of all time now, I think.
A movie of all time or Marvel movie of all time?
Of all time.
Wow.
All right.
Wow, I love that. Wow, that's awesome. Citizen Kane just went down, evidently.
It's because Josh is sitting here thinking, gonna have a tombstone costume, gonna have a scorpion costume.
You're not wrong. I'm like, how in the world do I make a scorpion tail?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's dollar signs in that boy's eyes.
So I'm guessing you give it a B plus.
A quintuple plus. So many plus.
Okay, we have an A. Quintuple plus. Triple A. Call them if you're ever needed. Okay, we also have Kelly. What's your grade, Kelly?
A B plus.
A B plus. Okay.
It's a very solid movie, and I think I've been using non-spoiler inoffensive.
Yeah.
Because
All right,
I think
we have
it
an
has
8.
something for everybody. It has a little something
That
for
is true.
everybody. So I think that it's a very solid movie.
Yep. All right, Christina, we have a triple A. We have a B plus on the board. What are you bringing to the table? What do we got?
Well, for right now, because I've only seen it once and I haven't seen it since Wednesday. So as of right now, it's an A-.
A-. Okay. Laura, I'm going to go to you first. I want to hold George off for a minute. Laura, what's your grade on it?
I think that I will give it a B. I think I may have kind of put myself in a bad situation expecting too much. Like I watched too many trailers and I was like, oh, they're gonna do this, oh, they're gonna do that. I had too many theories, and when none of them panned out, I was like, oh. So
yeah. Okay, we have a B+. George, the internet is waiting.
I give it a B+.
Oh,
I was not expecting me and George to have the same grade.
Wow.
Symphonica.
Is that concerning, Kelly?
I would agree with Kelly in that it's inoffensive. There aren't character changes that are anything that would like piss me off or make me cranky. But at the same time, I didn't find it as transformative as some people are finding it after No Way Home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're still riding the high from No Way Home, and they're carrying that into this. And in that this one, that movie's doing a lot of work still for this one to kind of ride the coattails, I think.
So can I just also mention too, because this will also tie into the tier list later. The thing is, we really have, like, even though we've definitely had at least 2 mid Spider-Man movies, maybe more depending on your opinion, but for the most part, every Spider-Man movie is a really solid superhero movie.
Mm-hmm.
There hasn't really been anything that's just been like, oh dear God, cover your eyes.
Right.
Sans maybe Amazing Spider-Man 2, but we don't talk about that. So
would you like to hear my grade?
Get really mad at me later, but anyway, yes, Brad.
Ooh.
Okay, my grade A-. I'm up there with Josh. I liked it a lot. Maybe I'm coming off of the high because I saw it at noon and it's now 7 o'clock, but I liked it a lot. And that will segue into our pros quite easily.
I have to say, I disagree with Kelly. Homecoming was virulently offensive to me.
That's fair.
Because of all the Tony Stark stuff.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed the Tom Holland movies more after No Way Home because it showed me that Uncle Ben and him and Aunt May is the origin of great power. It made me like the Tom Holland movies more with that third one.
Yeah.
Than I did originally. So, hey, guess what? Just in time, we got Donovan. Donovan, what's going on? Donovan, can you hear me?
Hi.
Hey! What's up,
dude? Man?
Hello.
We just got to the part where we got our grades for the movie. What's your grade, buddy?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
He's running off the cell phone towers, I suspect.
I might need to be in the building. I didn't want to make too much noise.
Oh. Unless you have strong opinions, then step outside with the Spider-Man opinions. I don't know if you can hear me, Don. Oh.
Yes, my opinions are too controversial.
Oh. Well, real quick, Don, what's your grade? Donovan.
Uh-oh.
All right. While we're waiting on Donovan.
That is like the worst kind of tease.
I know! Donovan's here!
I was like, oh my God, it's Donovan! And then,
I know. All right.
You're just, okay.
Chat, if you would like to give me your grades, I'll pop them up. We got ATV with an A+. Donovan, what's your grade? He's back.
My grade's an A. Hey.
Yay! There we go.
It's not even cheer about the grades, just cheer we heard it.
Yeah.
We're just happy to hear you, man.
Yay.
Hi. Everybody doing well? Everybody healthy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good.
It's good to see you,
Hey,
dude.
guess what, Donovan? George gave it a B+, right?
Give it a B+.
B+.
Get out of here. Listen to that, Donovan.
I'm surprised he even went and saw it.
I know, right?
I saw the last one and loved it.
George has evolved as a person. He even watched better.
Wow.
Whoa. I don't know if I've evolved as a person or just that they finally stopped making crappy Spider-Man movies.
Maybe it's a little both. Maybe your heart grew a little 2 sizes like the Grinch.
Jesus, I hope not.
Oh, yeah, you'd have to be in the hospital.
Just a heart attack.
Jesus.
Yeah, let's not mess with George's heart. It's ticking just well. All right, we at the moment we're on with the chat. We've got 1A+ on the board. Chris Logan says Crawlspace credits was horrible, not Crawlspace.
No, because it's just because he didn't get it.
Oh, he didn't understand it. Okay,
and we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
We get to it.
Mr. Comics says the movie was tied for or is the best Spider-Man movie ever made. That's quite.
Mr. Comics, we don't agree much on comics, but I do agree with you.
That's
on that.
true. Yep. This is the one first
a couple of minutes because I'm still at work right
now. Yeah.
I just wanted to show my support.
Nope. Yeah, Donovan, let me hear your pros and your cons. What was a big pro for you?
Pro, I feel that Tom Holland effectively became Spider-Man because he was Spider-Man, and not like the kid Spider-Man version. He looks like the character. He put on like 10 pounds of muscle. I think he had to have. The costume was perfect. The first 10 minutes made me well up because I was so happy. The action sequences were wonderful. The humor was great because it wasn't like stopping on serious moments. It was genuinely funny. I loved how dramatic everything was. I do honestly genuinely feel that like it might be a little long in the tooth in the last hour. There was a lot of scenes that kind of just like kept on going. And the last act with the antagonist, I thought it was all good stuff, but I was kind of getting antsy, kind of want to go back to Spider-Man. But none of it was like, enough for me to like leave.
We're losing Don again. Don, I don't know if you can hear me, or maybe you can watch this later if we don't get you back, but I think this comment is very funny. It says, Donovan on a Spider-Man podcast in 2026. Nature is healing.
I love No Way Home.
Donovan, look at this comment real quick from Joey Z. It says, Donovan on a Spidey podcast is nature healing in 2026. I thought that you'd enjoy that. Oh, okay. Okay. How long do I wait for
I remembered that Donovan liked No Way Home because he and I talked about it right after the movie came out.
Yep. We can also do some chat grades. We have Sarah gave it an A. Oh, we just lost Don. Aww. Sarah couldn't be on. She had something going on, but we saw it and loved it. We have Jeff gives it an A-. And let's see. We have Heroing gave it a B+. Mary gave it a B-. Chris gave it a C+. Zach gave it an A. Adam gave it an A. ATV is an A+. Okay, so let's go to pros. So let's get Laura. Laura, what's your pros for the film? What's your biggest pros for it?
I should have thought this through a little better. Obviously Spider-Man, like I needed my main character. I liked that they gave some openings to Aunt May. Like I was glad that they brought her up and utilized her in the way they did to help connect with Jean Grey. I thought that was a really nice touch.
Nice.
Should have asked for
yeah. And what who else has some pros? What do we got? Josh, AAA up there.
Yes. Okay. My favorite version of Spider-Man is the Insomniac games, and Tom Holland has gone on record multiple times saying how much he plays this game and how that was a huge influence into the movie. And oh my goodness, like my best friend, my Ned, he and I watched the movie together, and just constantly we played the game so many times. You're like, oh, it's that move, it's that finisher. Oh, you can tell by the way he swings in. Oh, you like there were so many references to that like that was a huge pro for me there. And I really liked even just how, in my opinion, how the story played out. It didn't seem like such a Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home all felt like, oh, this is a massive plot point in Spider-Man's life right now for Tom Holland Spider-Man. Whereas this one, it was like, yeah, this is a big event he's dealing with, but it's not. This is another adventure in Spider-Man's life here. This is another thing he's taking on type of thing. It wasn't this whole end of the world dire scenario thing. I really liked that this is just one of Spider-Man's adventures. Yeah, it happens to include a couple of things here and there, but it was really nice seeing that pacing. I also liked they seemingly always added, like, you know, in the second Insomniac Spider-Man game where they have the fast travel and he like swings into it. It seemed like they added that into a lot of the scene. Like you would just see Spider-Man swing for like, 2 seconds into a scene or something like that, just to give more of the, hey, we have Spider-Man doing actual swinging in New York and like he's here, we're ready. And I love this movie. This is so good.
We got Donovan back. Some other pros that you like, Donovan, while we got you.
Yeah, I like the humor, because the humor wasn't like stepping on serious moments, and it was actually funny. I love the way it looked. I like the music too, using Tame Impala. Yeah, I was really I liked Punisher. His last scene is a bit goofy, admittedly, but I thought it was all effectively fun. And I like the fact that we don't even know how they met. They just, just the nature of the business. And the fact that he has a rogues gallery. I didn't like how Sam Raimi just knocked off all the villains in every single movie. So Spider-Man has like a history of guys who all hate him in jail, and that just feels appropriate. It feels like the first time they've done that.
So can I?
Go ahead, Kelly.
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 One of my pros is a character that I really didn't think we'd ever see in a movie. Which
Ramrod?
Nope. Janine DeWolf.
Yes.
Janine DeWolf. Yeah.
Sorry, spoiler, but you could have looked at IMDb months ago. But I really enjoyed this take on her character. I like her being older, and now instead of it kind of coming off a little like, romantic tension, it's more motherly. And I really think that works extremely well here. Like she's kind of like that like older coworker that like really cares. And I don't know. I was very excited. Although now that comes into, I hope nothing bad happens to her that we see, because that's gonna suck.
Oh, I do. I want that story to come up.
Of course.
I just don't want anything to happen. I don't want anything to happen to this DeWolf. She's great.
Brad, kill her immediately. Let's get that story.
There's children involved
two
now.
movies.
There's children involved now, Brad.
Oh, come on! Sin Eater needs to take her out. Come on.
If there's a Gene DeWolf in the universe, Gene DeWolf's got to die.
Absolutely.
Just like
the canon event, I guess.
Just like Gwen, unless you're
Gwen got to die.
Ron Howard's daughter. Yeah. Hey, we also have. I didn't either. We also have Sarah. What's going on, Sarah?
Hey guys.
Hey, Sarah.
Since Don has to go pretty soon, I know he's on a lunch break or something right now. I want to hear Don's. Here, let me pull it up. Don's cons. That I like the synergy with that. Don's cons. That should be its own podcast. I think you and I did that podcast about 20 years ago, didn't we?
Yeah, 20 years ago. Oh God, hasn't been that long.
Yeah.
Oh,
next weekend, kid.
Learning how to drive, probably. I think that like everything with the antagonists, I'm sure you'll guys talk about it later on, was written well. There is like at least 10 to 20 minutes where it felt like, I want to get back to Holland's Peter. And I think that like some of the scenes were a little indulgent in length, but those are kind of just more like, observations where it's like, I would have preferred if it was a little shorter. I would have preferred if it was a little quicker. They're not really like, they wrote this wrong here. So my cons are kind of like, preferential things, and not like this doesn't make sense or this is out of character. I think people can argue how characterized the antagonist was, because some people are like that character is way too sadistic for her to be her, and I think that's fine. But I think the way that she's starting out, it makes sense for her to kind of be put on a better path after meeting Spider-Man. So my cons are just like, I wish we were a little quicker, maybe a little shorter, but that's really it. I still give it an A.
Nice. Did you have any funny theater experiences? Because we always like to share that.
I made the mistake of not going to the bathroom before I went there. So like about 30 minutes in, I was like, all right. This is gonna be a test of fortitude. So I was, I closed my eyes and I opened them up again, and my eyes are all black, and I was like, and just really focusing and concentrating.
So
for like
you tapped into your inner spider to hold the bladder,
Yeah, and I pulled it off, but the second that those lovely shots of New York were coming up, I sprinted to the bathroom.
Dang.
Fair enough.
Well, I had the Dawn tracker, and I saw you leave your seat right to the bathroom. So
and then it's off planet. You couldn't find me.
It's off planet.
By the way, before I go, my theory is that that meant he was on Battle World, but I guess people are thinking that might be a multiversal Spider-Man.
There's something. So there was some teases at San Diego Comic-Con, and kind of blink and you missed it. What normally would have Tom Holland's Spider-Man in the Marvel Studios logo before they played the preview in the panel, it was replaced with Toby. Yeah.
So the rumor is that
there's
I've
heard. There's a glorified scene.
Potential spoilers for other movies.
Yes.
Spoilers for more movies that haven't come out yet.
It's a rumor.
The rumor is that Tobey
movie.
Maguire gets the Iron Spider suit and fights Hugh Jackman, is what I've heard.
Really?
See, I didn't hear Iron Spider, but I did hear that we would see him in a scene either at the end of Doomsday or at the beginning of Secret Wars with him fighting Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah,
that's the rumor I heard.
Spider Toby don't need no damn Civil War costume.
Yeah, no.
What does telemarketing Kalshi say?
What did the marketing?
Right,
Christina, what's up?
What is Kalshi saying?
There's another rumor flying around too that they're gonna transport certain superheroes away from the planet, and basically the ones that are gonna have their memories left over from stuff. But the word on the street is Toby, Andrew, and Tom are gonna be reunited for Secret Wars. So,
well, Andrew claims he knows nothing.
Yeah, that's what he said before.
He was asked literally today. Yeah, but I feel like
he said that last time on the movies. Yeah, nobody trusts him.
Noted liar, Andrew Garfield.
Noted liar. Hey, Donovan, before you go, I gotta show you this. I don't know if you heard it, but Joey Z says Donovan on a Spider-Man podcast in 2026. Nature is healing.
You guys are Donovan. It was a long time ago. I'm happy people remember.
Donovan's come back a few times since then.
He has. Also, Donovan said that he's going to try to come on next weekend for the 20th anniversary of the podcast. So I think that would be fun. We're going to try to get as many folks to come back as we can. We'll see how it goes.
An Avengers cameo like this one, and naked in a bath, making people feel uncomfortable, just like this.
What did you call me at one point about Black Cat and a milk bath? What? I think you threw an F-bomb at me or something.
you did that for my birthday. It was like, happy birthday, Don. And you photoshopped me with like Humberto Ramos, Felicia Hardy, where she's very, very curvaceous. And I'm giving like a, how did I get here look on my face. I love that. That was so funny.
You're welcome.
You're
None but love.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Reminder for everyone too. We're supposed to keep this PG.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right.
So for the live callers, please don't curse.
Yeah, Brad, please keep it PG.
Yeah.
I haven't cussed yet. Apple Podcast, if you're listening, there's no cussing. I don't want an explicit. I haven't cussed.
Yet.
Yeah. You and George said it too.
I love you. Are you two like the same person? I'm going to put you two right there. So
Don't
I'm going to
start
keep
that.
you two right there because you are so the same person.
Because we had that rumor for a while that Ashley and I were the same person.
Yeah, no, and
Right.
plus,
I remember that.
didn't Laura straight up say that I was baby Yoda to JR's Yoda?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Laura, did you say that? I think you might have.
I believe that's something that happened.
Yeah.
It was years ago.
Well, I'm gonna leave y'all to it. I got to get back to the grind.
All right.
Bye,
Donovan, I
dude.
thank you for
Bye.
taking time, man. I'll see you next
Good to
weekend,
see you.
hopefully.
Y'all
Don.
take
See
care.
you,
Good,
bud.
good seeing you.
All right. Okay. I'm glad we got him in. And we now have also Sarah has joined us. Sarah, let's catch you up. What's your grade? Let's hear your grade on the movie.
I gave it an A.
All right. Now, what's your pros? We're at pros at the moment.
I loved. I don't know if this was mentioned, but I like the cameos of Tombstone and what was the other one?
You got Tarantula. You got
Yes, Tarantula. Thank you.
Ramrod.
Yeah, I loved those references. That was really cool. Also liked the fight with Spider-Man and the hand towards the end of the movie. That was really cool.
Okay. What's some other pros? I think we hit Josh up first, didn't I? Okay, George, let's hear your pros.
All right, so my favorite thing about this was the friendship between Spider-Man and the Punisher. It was the Spider-Man Punisher team up I never knew I needed.
Yep.
Same.
Yep. Yeah.
And I mean, they real oddly enough, from because their methods are much different. They actually work well together and kind of play off one another's strengths and weaknesses.
Mhm.
It was really good, and it was so wholesome. It was like a big brother kind of a thing, and I loved that one part after Peter gets shot towards the end, and Punisher,
Yes.
carrying him into the hospital, and it made me think back to that only moment of Civil War that I liked, where Punisher saved Spider-Man from getting killed in the sewers, and carried him into the hero base like it was very, very well done. I enjoyed that part. I liked the Spidey MJ stuff. Another funny bathroom story, like Don had earlier. I almost went to the bathroom because I was under the same pressure, but I'm an old man. It's a different thing. So I almost went to the bathroom, and if I had, I would have missed the scene where he walks in on MJ after she read the letter.
That would have been a bad
I would have
scene.
missed that whole thing. I would have
good
walked back in
scene.
like, what the hell did I miss?
Oh.
This had some great fights in it, but that's also another one of my cons. Real Hulk is back. Savage Hulk is back. Not that sissy professor thing that we had. For
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Actual
Yep.
Savage Hulk is back. We haven't seen him since Thanos.
Yeah, I know.
Thanos,
Infinity War.
Yes.
Yeah. And so Spidey and Peter were very well written.
Well, I laughed when the Punisher said, "Hey, y'all want some chili?" I thought that was hysterical.
After all the death traps go off and everything, y'all want some chili?
I know. Y'all want some chili?
It's very MCU Frank too, because he clearly likes Spider-Man. Like he respects him. He's not trying to kill him like he does Daredevil. But it's just really fun. That's how he's gonna show his affection. He's Frank. Like
Yes.
His affection is shooting a gun at him and running a van over him.
Yeah. That's just
Does he, when he shoots him onto the tank, does he say suits yourself or shoots yourself? Is what I thought I heard.
Suit yourself.
Oh, okay.
Suit
Suits yourself. I was like,
He-
yourself.
It's obvious they've crossed paths enough by that point that he knows he's not going to hurt Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's something with like it started in Staten Island, and
Yes.
you can hear it. So this second watch, I listened to a little bit of it, and they are like Bernthal and Holland are going off, and it is very, very much the same story. Where there was something that happened on Staten Island where Peter basically had to save him before he got shot. But now because they're talking at the same time, you can't quite figure out what it was. But I did think that was really clever and really funny, especially the second time where you're kind of like starting to pick up the story. because that was
It,
it was
I
cute.
appreciate the fact that the universe, after all these films, is now feeling a little lived in, like the comic books do.
Yes.
Like you don't need to have the Punishers first meet a Spider-Man on screen. Oh yeah, we met in Staten Island, but I like it's lived in.
It's this is another pro, but this also ties into why I can't quite give it like an A++++. It does feel like you're watching a comic book,
Yep.
including all of the lower scenes, like with Yelena in the bathhouse. That is straight up just like this would be a running gag 2-pager, like in a maybe like a 7-issue run, like a 7-issue story, and that's where it's like there's a lot of pros in that, because you feel like you're in the story, you feel like it feels like a comic book story, but then that also winds up making it suffer a little bit from sequel syndrome, and that it almost doesn't feel like the stakes are super, super high, even though they are, and we'll talk about the big bad in a bit, because we're all kind of walking around it. But really beyond, like, especially once you know who it is, all of a sudden it doesn't feel like, especially if you love these movies, you love this universe, it all of a sudden just doesn't feel like the stakes are as high as No Way Home. And so
it's a bit I like that it's a bit more grounded, not so supernaturally.
Yeah, for sure. But it like
Mary has
chill.
Mary has a question for George's point. Was Peter Parker in character to be so buddy-buddy with the Punisher, who has a whole different philosophy about how to handle criminals?
No, and I got that kind of feeling because they mentioned that a few times in the movie about how they have differing views on how to handle things, and it gets to the point where you've got Punisher saying, "I'm going to do it how I'm going to do it," and that to me is kind of how it is in the comic books. Punisher and Spider-Man, I mean, they had early on they clashed, like when he first came on the scene. But ever since then, they've actually worked fairly well together. Now, Captain America and Punisher is a different story, but but yeah, Punisher and Spider-Man have very different. It's the same way Spider-Man works well with Wolverine sometimes. They have very different ethos when it comes to dealing with criminals. And stuff Wolverine does would horrify Spider-Man. Oh my God, you just cut that guy in half. What? You just crippled that guy. That guy doesn't have any arms. But at the same time, he kind of gets it. He kind of understands it.
Right. Also, Sarah's mom gives it an A+ to the 10th power.
Wow.
Sarah. Yeah. Woo! Hello, Sarah's mom. And also, I want to bring up a couple of other pros that I still have, Brad.
Yeah, go ahead.
One of them was that Aunt May came back.
Yes.
I enjoyed
Aunt May's the biggest pro for me.
I enjoyed seeing Aunt May, but as someone who didn't see Far From Home, because I'm not going to see trash movies, I didn't know if that was something that was from Far From Home, like the talk she had on the bed with him, or if that was something that she came back for. And as I understand it, I read earlier that I think it's like something she came back for.
She came back.
She came back, and I think they de-aged Tom Holland's face a little bit. But
And
what I gathered from that scene, I mean, they're trying to put it into continuity. I take it's in between Far From Home and Homecoming. Like what roll credits on the first one, and then she knows the second one. So I think it takes place between the first and the second film.
So I was happy to see her back. Her back, and hopefully we'll see that more. I wouldn't mind more Aunt May cameos.
Absolutely.
But
floating heads. She's a floating head of guilt, essentially.
Well, she's the new Uncle Ben, so she's
absolutely,
got to be here to drive that point forward.
Also, I love seeing Yelena in this. I like that Yelena has kind of become the new face of the MCU because Florence Pugh's Yelena is everything to me. She is so hysterically funny. And here's the thing: she's funny, but at the same time, she has that same kind of vulnerability. That like when she crumbles, I lose it, dude. I'm like, oh God, no, I want to find whoever made baby Yelena cry and punch him in the face.
Ooh.
I like that scene where it's a tight shot on her and Spider-Man's toes come up into the frame. I thought that was really cute. I thought that was adorable.
He's like, oh, sorry.
Well, because he started to get comfortable in the bath. He was like, oh,
I know. This is nice. Little feet. Yeah. And I also like her line, I saw your belly button. That was adorable.
Florence Pugh is one of the best things to have ever happened to the MCU because she makes Yelena so weird, but it's adorable. And it's like, the thing is this is still Black Widow. She's still an extremely formidable opponent.
She'd kill you, but she's cute.
She's going to be so weird that's going to like take you off guard. And I love that. It's
oh yeah, Mary says big potatoes, small potatoes. I like talking about the big potatoes, small potatoes.
Meeker potatoes.
This is Spider-Man. You got small potatoes. New Avengers have big potatoes. Yeah. Hose a Taco says she was green screen in the last minute. You can tell because this should have been after Doomsday. No, the movie.
No.
Clearly set.
She was filmed. It was probably 2 days on set tops. She was just in one. Like, she was in the scene. And she's also in the bathhouse. Like, it's very clear.
Yeah. Hey, we have Javi in chat. He goes, have a great show. I'm at work, but wanted to say this is easily the best thing Spider-Man named A Brand New Day, which is absolutely true.
Well,
absolutely true.
That's a low bar, though.
Yeah.
Very low. Yeah.
That's another pro.
George,
this thing didn't have jack, you know what, to do with Brand New Day.
Good job of the censoring. We're growing, George.
There you go.
Are we?
No.
I mean, if you were a fan of Crawlspace After Dark, so to speak, this is a sad day for you.
No,
George, do you have any other pros? Oh yeah, the Patreon. We can go for it. George, do you have any other pros before we move on? Okay.
Not that I can really think of. I do want to kind of come back to what Kelly was saying earlier about this movie being inoffensive, and it was, and you could kind of tell that they kind of steered away from anything that people might feel strongly about, except for a couple of things that we'll probably get into in cons. But for the most part, it's like they were like, hey, if we play this right, maybe it makes $2 billion. Maybe we just maybe we try to rein ourselves in a little bit, and do something.
Couple points to that. If they did go with the Brand New Day aspect, Jean Grey could have easily been Mr. Negative. The mind control.
That's another positive. No Mr. Negative.
No.
Actually, that's kind of true because I kind of feel, at least with this movie, it feels right to have Jean Grey versus trying to have Mr. Negative, because then we would have kind of had too many icky feeling kind of moments when it came to damage control.
But Dan Slott is writing. Dan Slott is writing that story. What if this story had Mr. Negative in it, and you see a negative Punisher? His story is all about that spectacular Spider-Man Brand New Day. And I could totally see them doing that on film, making it a gray Hulk and being negative with that and him talking like that. I could see them doing that. I'm glad they didn't do it that way. I'm with you, George. I'm glad we don't have that. Let's see.
Other pro I really liked. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You haven't said anyone yet. Go ahead.
Okay. Well,
yeah, Christina, pros.
Since we're on the subject of Jean Grey, I absolutely adored Sadie Sink in this role. And then
she's a big pro.
The Jean Grey of it all, you can view this Jean Grey as more of before she meets Charles Xavier, and she hasn't mastered her abilities yet because her powers were evolving in this movie and stuff. And then we've talked about this. I think the humor in this movie flowed really well, and I thought the Punisher was hilarious, and they weren't forcing him to be hilarious. It just ended up flowing so well that it was natural between him and Tom Holland and stuff. So.
I thought the line between Spider-Man and Punisher, what are you going to do, the Hulk? Tickle him? And you just don't want to fight the Hulk, do you? And Punisher's like, no, I'm the Punisher.
That was cool, though, because when Punisher first shows up, he's shooting Hulk in the face.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it's not doing anything except buying Spider-Man time.
Absolutely.
And it's like that's the only thing he's trying to do is save Spider-Man's life. And I'm like, oh my God, I love that. And then he's like, he throws the bomb on him, he shoots the bomb. Oh, he was really good. It shows you how tactical the Punisher and how dangerous he actually is.
The Punisher is a big pro. John Bernthal is a big pro. So,
And
what else you got, Christina?
What else do I have? I think that this is Tom Holland's best performance as Peter Parker / Spider-Man in this movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the score by Michael Giacchino. He's been one of the pros throughout all of this stuff, I think. And then it was a lot of it was said already, but I did like that we got to see Michael Mando finally suit up as Scorpion, because he was in Homecoming, and he finally came back, and we got to see him a little bit of Scorpion. So,
as long as we've been doing this podcast, and our very first movie review was Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire, and every movie that comes around, one of the missed opportunities that I remember that keeps coming up is a montage of him fighting C-list villains.
Yes.
And they finally did it. However, it wasn't very long. It was, and it was spoiled in the trailer. But I would consider Scorpion a B, maybe a C. And it's nice that the whole movie wasn't the origin story of the Scorpion. It was nice to.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get that character was original this movie, or you could say, oh, you know what? I kind of remember him from Homecoming. Either way, it's not. It's there for the casual fan and the longtime fan. So.
If you're going to have a montage like that, then why not have Stegron? That's cowardly. I guess they're saving Stegron for his own movie.
Well, there were dinosaurs.
Tie in with Jurassic Park, Brad.
No, and I don't know in your theater, but they played that Anne Hathaway movie with Obi-Wan Kenobi. So there were dinosaurs in the movie.
Oh, that Oak Drive thing or whatever?
Yeah, that looks fun. That looks fun.
Yeah, that's weird.
I like it. But
yeah.
Christina, any other pros?
I do like that they did incorporate New York more into this, because that really wasn't a big thing in the Tom Holland trilogy originally, and it was really incorporated into the same Raimi films. So that was nice that they brought that back and stuff. And then
to that point, I liked what the director did in the first 3 movies. The end credits had animation on them. The end credits for this director's movie, I thought, were nice scenes of New York. I thought that was really a nice little.
Although, is it New York or is it somewhere over in Britain? Because they filmed this in the UK.
They did.
Well, those scenes look like New York to me. So, yeah. All right, let's try Kelly's pros. What do you got, Kelly, that we've not mentioned?
Well, the only thing I was going to mention, because like I said, I talked about Jean DeWolf. We've talked about those fight scenes, especially the one with the hand that was choreographed by Jackie Chan's stunt team. And all of that is real wire work, which is really fun. So like that was really cool. And then I did want to just kind of talk. I actually, because there's like some comments going off in chat about now feeling like it's hard to kind of rationalize or sit with Jean after she's had this, what I'm calling her canon crash out. But the thing is like back in the comics with Jean, when we first got her origin, I believe it was still with Chris Claremont, although I could be wrong because I'm not the super X-Men, know-it-all. But what we got was her powers were triggered by Sarah's death. And now, of course, they have retconned it to even say that Sarah would have become a mutant had she not died in this event. In other universes, she is a mutant. So I kind of like how they merged that together here. But the thing is she's doing anything and everything to find her sister. That is the only person she has in this world, and she does not care because she's basically. I think they're trying to like skew Jean Grey as like maybe 18, like she's a little bit younger than Peter. She's a young kid. She has had a very rough life, hard life. They talk about it, about like their parents essentially abandoning them because of their powers. She watches her sister get drug away and then finds out that, she's been tortured to death. Yeah, she's going to have this like epic crash out. This is a very almost Wanda Maximoff kind of thing. Is it necessarily the right thing to do? No, and that's kind of what Peter is helping to teach her by allowing her to hear Aunt May's speech, which I thought was amazing. because it's literally the exact same speech of, great power, there must also come great responsibility, but told in a little bit different way for Jean to understand. And it was a really, like I said, that to me was top notch. That's what sells this movie. But my thing is we get to see Jean as her character that she is in the comics. We're not seeing this like X-Men 92 version of Jean Grey from the cartoons. We're not seeing 1999 Jean Grey that's very prim and proper that then fed into X-Men Evolution, because that's what everyone seems to think Jean is until Phoenix hits. No, she is a firecracker, and she has, like all X-Men, little rough around the edges, and that's kind of the whole point. Like, we're kind of seeing we're establishing a story for the MCU where when we start having these mutants back in the 616, they're not going to be well liked. And it has a lot to do now with what Jean's done.
I think they did.
And that's okay. Like,
I think they did a great job setting up what we're going to see in the future with mutants and the X-Men in this. I love the fact that Jean is, like Kelly said, probably about 18 years old, is because they have the potential to start with the original 5 X-Men as these kids.
Gonna make it real weird when Wolverine comes in and has the hot for Jean.
Yeah, as it should be. As it should be, because Wolverine should be a weird little freak. You should not like him.
Jose Taco has a good point. What does this justify Jean killing innocent people, though?
No, but it also, think about Wanda's not justified either.
From a normal people's standpoint, if somebody had abducted somebody from your family and you had crazy powers that allowed you to do things, you would tear people apart trying to find your people.
Yeah.
Well,
I would be like Michael Fassbender pushing quarters into people's brains.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, it's like it doesn't make what she did right because she wasn't thinking about the greater good or about anything around her.
Yeah.
But normal people also don't think that like that. Like her entire world was her sister.
Plus,
and that was taken away.
The X-Men, overall, historically, haven't had too much of a problem with killing people all the time.
No.
Professor X every now and then acted like he had problems with killing people. Well, we shouldn't be going around killing folks. But then he didn't have a problem with just mind controlling people and doing whatever the hell he wanted to.
Okay, let's be fair too. Charles Xavier pretty much just grabs a bunch of teenagers to start fighting his like toxic yaoi relationship with Magneto. Like, that's how this is.
And this is why it's not the X-Men space. Yeah. What was that quote? Professor X's wowie what?
Yowie.
Toxic yaoi relationship with Magneto. Do we need to explain yaoi to you, Brad? Because we might not be able to on this show.
I might need to buy a vowel. What the hell does that mean?
Does anyone have a child-friendly version of what yaoi means for Brad?
Nope.
Oh, no.
No. Don't, Brad. No.
So when an anime boy and an anime boy like each other.
Yes, there you go.
It's I'll put it this way. It's kind of like the fan art Yelena found of Spider-Man and the 3.
Wow.
There you go.
We'll talk on Patreon. You can explain it in great detail, Kelly, on our next Patreon show.
It's an episode. You know what? One thing that they did kind of somewhat future allude to that I know is just going to eat Peter up on side is he is going to be the reason that the mutant callers start.
And this is my con.
Somebody brought that up in our Discord, and I said I would credit them for it. That was Greasy, or Greasy, I don't know. It's Greasy said the same thing today, and that was the first time I thought about it. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know, one thing that to hit that point up that I had flashbacks thinking of was X-Men 3, The Last Stand. They shot them with darts, which is what they did similarly in this movie, and that dampened their mutant powers. And also at the front of X-Men 3, we saw Jean Grey as a kid and a de-aged Magneto and Professor X go to Jean's house, and she kills Professor X. So I had a little bit of X-Men 3 vibes and flashbacks to this a little bit with the power.
But done right, because X-Men 3.
But done right.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Let's see. Laura, let's hear some of your pros. I don't think we hit you up yet. Let's hear your pros.
Sorry, I'll try unmuting myself first.
Okay. Yep.
That helps when you're trying to talk. So, that's the secret of the pros.
Yeah, sorry you guys hit so much. I thought I had already gone and kind of screwed it up.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I thought it was a really beautiful movie too. Like the web slinging was
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of
Mhm.
referencing
Yep.
the video games too, so you could feel like you were in that.
I like after how many Spider-Man movies is this? 7?
Yeah.
With Tom, yeah.
3, 6, 7, 8. Maybe this is 9.
Wait, this is 9, yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah, after nine Spider-Man movies, I like that the swinging looks different. It's a first person on this one, which
Yep.
I mean, I you see his hands in the frame. And I don't know how you guys saw this film. I saw it in the Screen X where I had screens on either side, and the web slinging. That's why I bought the ticket, is to see the web slinging on almost full angle, and it was the web slinging. After 9 films was done differently. It's, to the director, I say bravo on that. That's a very good pro.
Yeah,
Good.
very well directed.
Yep. Anything else that we haven't mentioned, Laura?
Not that's ringing a bell right now. Like,
Okay.
sorry, you guys are triggering me, and I guess I'm writing too much in the chat, so just jumping in.
Oh, you're doing great. Doing great. All right. That would
Oh,
leave, I think.
I got another
Yeah.
pro real quick. No Jonah.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's
No
your
Jonah.
pro?
Yeah, well,
That's
the MCU
pro.
Jonah sucks.
yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
MCU Jonah is not really Jonah. I don't count MCU Jonah as Jonah. so
Right.
bad Jonah being in it or not being in it is a pro.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. We got Sarah's pros we got left. Let's hear Sarah's pros.
I did say a couple, but something that hasn't been mentioned is I thought there were a few really emotional parts of the movie that really got to me. Like, for example, at the end when Ned remembers who Spider-Man is. Although there's some things I don't like about that, but it was really emotional. Like me and my mom, she flew out here. Sorry. So,
What?
Wait,
You cried like a little
your
seahorse,
mom.
is what I heard.
Your mom needs
she said we cried like little B words. She's trying to be sensitive.
Oh.
You know?
Oh,
Apple Podcast, thanks, Mom. No.
Yeah.
Sarah's
So
mom trying to
there
get
are-
Brad kicked off of iTunes.
That's funny.
There was a chat, and by the way, chat, you are flying in hot and heavy. I can't keep up with it, but someone mentioned, why does Ned remember Peter and MJ didn't? I think to answer the question, I think is because he said his name's Peter
muscle
to him
memory.
right before they did the handshake.
Well,
What?
so there's a little bit of that, but also remember in No Way Home how he could also use the sling ring. His family has a little bit of magic.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a little bit
Oh,
more
okay.
resistant to the spell than everyone else. So all he needed was that brain jog.
Mm-hmm.
So when the muscle
Yeah.
memory hit,
Yep.
especially after like catching, oh yeah, Peter, Spider-Man's name's Peter. It kind of all clicked for him. I think that's what we're seeing, but of course we won't know till the next movie.
Yeah.
So
They rolled credits right there. What else you got, Sarah? Any other pros? not
That's all I
mentioned?
had. I mentioned eearlier about the fight with a hand, which has been talked about
Yeah.
already, and then
Mhm.
all the stuff that you guys mentioned.
I'll bring that up again under cons.
Two things for my pros
Aw.
that haven't been mentioned yet. Spider-Man Hulk fight. Come on.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
I know it
Spider-Man
lasted
Yeah.
Punisher.
It lasted 90 seconds. That's a con. But Spider-Man Hulk fight. Oh.
Yep.
And we mentioned it with the Punisher Pro. I love what George said about the Punisher trying to distract the Hulk. I mean, these two guys are very outmatched, even with Professor Hulk.
Mhm.
So I love that. I also, the scene. This was my interpretation of when Hulk is about to smash him, got him by the throat. You zoom in on Spider-Man's eye lens, and you see
Mhm.
Tom Holland's eye. I thought that was. I thought that was very cool. And I thought the Hulk, that's my interpretation, right before Banner turns into Hulk, I think something clicks in his mind. This is the kid that I talked to at college that was talking about this inhibitor. And so I think Banner subconsciously was like, this is the kid that I was talking to that I think's awesome. I can't kill him. And Hulk snaps out of it. Go ahead, Kelly.
Actually, because this also is like from other MCU movies, also in the comics. Hulk naturally does not, like, when Hulk form naturally does not, it kind of doesn't abide by other magic rules. So I think, so Professor Hulk, I think, caught once he saw the inhibitor chip before like putting it on, I think is when he caught on like, oh wait, this guy is like, Spider-Man was that guy in my class that was talking about
Absolutely.
it. But then OG Hulk, Big Hulk, Savage Hulk, when Hulk saw like Spider-Man and, you know, of course he's saying, hey, it's me, I'm your friend. That's what triggered Hulk to go, wait, this is my friend. I remember him. Right. And then that's kind of where he came back and kind of chilled out.
Savage Hulk hasn't been seen since Infinity War. Yes. And to hit Tevia's point, do you think Hulk remembers Spider-Man, like Kelly was saying? If you go Hulk's history, if you go back to the Defenders, magic, he doesn't work. He can see ghosts. He can see astral projections of Doctor Strange. So the Hulk and magic don't always mix.
One thing that kind of makes that a little incongruous in the movie is he tells Banner that his name is Ned Leeds. Mm-hmm. And then when Hulk is kicking the crap out of him, he says, it's me, it's Peter, I'm your friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if I'm Savage Hulk, I'm like, who the hell's Peter? Boom, boom, boom. Because, you know, he doesn't know Peter.
Yeah.
So that was a little sticking point for me. Because I remember that. He's like, I'm Peter. And Peter's like, wait, whoa. You just told him you were Ned. Yep, sorry, you got to die now.
I think he was talking because beforehand, which of course this goes into the Tony Stark Jr. situation, he was under Tony's tutelage and then worked with Bruce in some capacity in that mindset. So I think that's where that's coming from. But agreed, because that's one of those little things that, like, I think were done in random MCU tie-ins and cartoon, like, you know, different things that aren't the main movies. But like I said, I think Hulk was essentially going, wait, I know this kid.
Yeah.
Suit might be different, but I know this kid. And then that's kind of where it clicked for him.
And the look on Hulk's face right before he falls, like, oh, Hulk. That was really sweet. I love also pro of the Hulk fight, the webs. Spider-Man shooting webs and he's slowing on the Hulk down. You got a nice tight shot of the feet or slowing him down. And then the webs, he's stretched so tight because he's holding all the building on his back. And I really thought Spider-Man's shocker thing was going to smack him really hard, but grabbed him. That fight was freaking cool. As the fanboy in me, I would have liked another hour and a half of that, like the equivalent of the Iron Man and Hulk fight from Avengers. But I know that Spider-Man's so underpowered fighting Hulk, it can't last long. So I'm glad we got what we got. Finally.
I mean, it would have worked if Peter had the flu.
If he had the what?
Or remember, if Peter had the flu. Remember, like that one time he beat Hulk with germs.
Oh yeah.
In that Marvel fanfare story.
And also he made Banner turn into or Hulk turn into Banner with a knock joke one time.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny. That was cute. Other pros for me with the Hulk is high up on my list. Also, we've mentioned it, the Marissa Tomei. What's the line she said? One of your responsibilities is to not do this thing alone. You don't go alone. You're special and people love you. And you don't have to do this. You're talented and you don't have to go alone. I thought that was a really nice. It's like an asterisk after with great power comes great responsibility. And you don't have to do this alone. You can have friends and family that love you and help you through. So I thought that was really, really nice.
Well, it's cool because when Jean Grey sees that from Spider-Man's or from Peter's perspective, and then suddenly she's like, you know, you can tell us she's like, oh, I've made a huge mistake.
Yeah,
I've been terrorizing this guy, and this guy's actually good.
Yeah, and Sadie Sink was crying. I saw tears come down her face. I thought that again, that's another pro that Aunt May and this version is Uncle Ben essentially, but she inspired another hero to be good and not evil. And it was a combination of Aunt May and Peter Parker turning Jean Grey to not an evil mastermind.
Well, think about it too. She's probably never heard those words said to her, and even though she's just kind of sitting where Peter would have been, she's probably never heard an adult tell her that she was beautiful.
Especially
from like the way that they discussed how they were abandoned.
Yeah, how her mom abandoned them right when they became mutants. Yeah, I thought that was powerful. What else did I like a lot? No one has mentioned Zendaya at all.
Well, everyone I thought was good. So
yeah, well,
I mean the chemistry is natural between those two.
Yeah, I will say I liked her where she's like Jean's invaded her. How Zendaya like acted in those scenes, because that was very different than what we've seen of MJ previously, and so that was a lot of fun to watch that kind of turn heel. But and this could also tie into a little bit of a con, but it's just she's not, as much as she is in the movie and she's very important to the movie, it is extremely supporting, and even then it's a little bit limited in that capacity because I mean that's just how it's set up. She doesn't remember, she doesn't know, so she's not playing a very active role until she's taken to Punisher's boathouse.
I do like that the scene where they're separated by a curtain, they were talking. I thought that scene was good. I also thought the scene where she tells the Punisher, "You're not going to let him go alone, are you?" I thought that was really sweet. That shows you that she kind of cares for this character. And
it was fun, or it was a good moment when she was like, "Oh, is that your family?" And he shut the cupboard, because I just watched that Punisher one shot like last week, and that thing is raw.
Oh, it is.
That thing is painful. So like when she's like, "Oh, is this your family?" I was like, "Oh God,
yeah."
You know,
don't mention family to Frank. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's time now to move on to the cons. What do we got? Who would like to go first? Okay, Christina, hit me with some cons.
Okay, I think this is the one that George may have been alluding to with the hand. The hand just seemed like they were just there for Peter just to fight, because
just to fight ninjas.
Right. They weren't really there for anything important. They ended up joining the Department of Damage Control, and then they're controlled by Jean Grey. And whether we're going to see them again, who knows? And then there's
real quick, when I saw that the damage control guys said, "Oh yeah, the hand works for us now," I didn't buy it.
They're misunderstood Utes, and I'm like, oh, so we've turned MCU's hand, which used to be a death cult, into the foot from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie.
I'll fair, but like I will say I think that there's something else going on with Metzger and damage control because of the experiments that they were doing on Sarah. So I really wouldn't lay it completely on the hand being in this very passive role as their choice, but we don't know what we don't know yet. But like that's kind of how my brain was putting that together, was something's been done to this group. There's something that Metzger and damage control is currently doing to all the other people that they're locking up, and we don't know what it is yet. Like they are a sneaky bad people at damage control.
The hand sure did look cool though in that fight though.
Yes.
Man.
Yes. Another thing I wanted to bring up with his mutation, I am questioning at the end, like, since he's embraced both Peter Parker and Spider-Man, is it going to be like a permanent thing now that he's going to have organic webbing?
Yeah.
And is that going to stick?
I wondered that too. I don't want organics to stick. I don't think even Peter is like, ooh.
I'm gonna be honest. This like I was always against organic webbing. This movie actually made me okay with it.
Really?
I was
even the scene where it was even the scene where it was very forceful. and then came out in
Oh, yeah.
spurts.
Like as long as it's not shooting
That
out of
was
his
gross.
butt or other places.
We don't know.
He's still trying to get his underwear off. Oh, I should be.
This is
sorry, Apple.
why- this is what organic webs take away from the character. Organic web shooters take away his intellect, or they take away the biggest, like, obvious part of his intellect, because he was a teenage kid. He's like 15 years old when he makes these things. And that was what Sam Raimi had said. Remember in the first one, he's like, he's this high school kid. He makes stuff that like 3M would develop. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, that's the thing though. That's how smart he is,
Mhm.
And I love Sam Raimi. And back then I wanted to kind of take him, to the side and kind of smack him around a little bit. And that's the whole point. The point is that he's that smart.
That being said, his web shooters, I love that they had the web bomb in them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's straight up from the video game.
Oh, so
Straight
good.
up from the video game. Yep.
So
Here,
that was-
show of hands. Raise your hand if you like organics. Look at that. Josh
whoa,
can't even
Josh.
get his hand up all the way.
Hang on. I'm calling BS, Josh, because you just went off about how great you
No,
thought
like,
they were.
I said,
And about how
I'm
you're like
okay
you're
with-
like an
I'm
organic
okay
web
with
shooter
it. I'm
super
not
fan
as
now.
against it anymore. It does mean I do have to rework how I tell kids why I can't shoot webs at a birthday party, but I'm okay with it.
Web block.
Web block.
Well, there you go.
All right, Christina, what else you got?
I frankly, with some of these villains that he had in the movie, I would have liked to see more of Tombstone,
Mhm.
because he was just in one scene where he's over there holding Spider-Man on the edge, and then he webs him up, and here come the cops. And
And
then
you had that Sal Buscema Spec 140, I think, cover recreation. That was amazing. I
141,
love that. Yeah, that was great.
And then the only other thing is, after Banner's taken away on ambulance and going to like a mental institution to get looked at or whatever, we don't follow up with that, and we don't know if the next time we're seeing him, which may be Secret Wars, but
All we know is he's going to be in a psych ward when all this doomsday stuff's going down.
mm-hmm.
Hulk in a psych ward. That sounds good.
They're gonna do Mad Dog Ward now, Brad. That'll be the next movie, Spider-Man Mad Dog Ward,
Hulk Mad Dog.
just
Yeah.
to make sure JR sees it. And except Hulk will replace Vermin.
Oh God. I hope they don't bring Professor Hulk back ever.
Yeah.
Not in the MCU. It just doesn't work in the MCU.
It does not work.
It
Yeah.
just does not work.
Anything else, Christina?
Just nothing really else came to
All right.
mind on my notes, so I think we're good.
Let me get AAA over here. Josh, what do we got for pros? Or cons, sorry. Do you have any?
Like not really many. Like George and I were debating here. Like I'm okay with the organic web shoot. It's still not my preferenced one, but I was more okay with it in this.
I mean, Josh, it's okay to like organic web shooters, dude. You're with friends,
it's
man.
a personal preference. It's okay.
I mean, yeah, I'm not going to judge you overtly, and inwardly, I'm going to judge you.
I like
Inwardly, I will.
where I like although it comes across in a slight cheesy way, where they're like, "Are you Peter Parker or are you Spider-Man?" He goes, "I'm both." It's that acceptance of the Peter Parker brings the humanness to Spider-Man. It's like how Nick Spencer kicked off his run, where they separate Peter Parker and Spider-Man into two people. It's like, no, you need kind of both halves of yourself in order to be the full you. So
Well,
I do like that.
Well, that's kind of what they were. I mean, that's the running through line of all of that was to accept take a break,
Yeah.
and actually focus on who you are outside of the mask to balance out both sides of yourself.
Yeah. See, that turned into a pro. I don't know. I don't really have a ton of cons for this movie. I really enjoyed the movie.
Let's have Kelly go for her cons. She gave
All
it a
right, yeah.
B.
I did B+. Y'all are gonna hate
B
me,
plus, yeah.
but I actually don't particularly care for some of the kind of heavy-handedness that the video game influence had in the script,
What?
because I don't particularly like the video game universe.
Oh.
It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite multiverse. Obviously, we accept it as it is because it is extremely popular and it works for the video game. I don't know how I feel about its influence here.
Well, I can understand that. I definitely saw the video game influence. The spider tracker, the swinging through the city, getting a running car or a tank.
Yep.
The fight with the damage control guys, the rolling flip moves, and the web burst. Yeah.
That whole time, Brad, like that opening chase sequence with the tank, with the that was later we found it was driven by an old lady that Jean was mind controlling. But she was in that tank, and then Punisher was following him in his battle van. And in my head, I was like, it's like one battle van chasing another, and I'm like, you know what that is up ahead? That's Hobgoblin's battle van that Jack-o'-lantern stole.
Okay, hold on. That's so during that scene, my nephew turned to me and was like, I think Hobgoblin might be in here.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, but does your nephew think that Hobgoblin is Ned?
I don't think he thinks it would be Ned for this movie.
Okay.
But he knows it's Ned. Yeah.
Oh, it's not Ned though. That's the thing.
I know, but I'd
rather have a Green Goblin over a Hobgoblin.
Me too. I don't want to see Hobgoblin first. I want to see Green Goblin. Also too, another thing, since it kind of sparked our comment section, not being able to kind of defend Jean, and this is something that MCU's kind of been doing with what eventually turns into mutant characters. Because they did it with Wanda, now they're doing it with Jean. They make them so they do so many bad things, even though we understand them because they're human. But then it turns into people are like, well, how am I supposed to root for them later? And
I mean that's a good point. Even with Tom Holland, remember in Infinity Gauntlet, whatever it was, Infinity War. Remember, he had that situation where he was surrounded by aliens and goes, activate instant kill mode. And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Or was that Endgame? Yeah, it was Endgame.
That was Endgame.
And I was like, whoa, hell no. There should never be a Spider-Man with an activate instant kill mode.
Yeah. And so it's kind of that thing where it's like, which X-Men has, as we've kind of discussed before, George has said it. It's like X-Men is a little bit kill happy, period. They kind of always are. But it's harder in that context where you're supposed to be rooting for these characters. They make a huge point of kind of showing you how humanized Jean is in Peter's eyes, kind of saying, see, it's okay. She's going to be okay. She's going to turn it around. Yeah. But as we can see in the comments here, people aren't that easy to forgive her because she did kind of kill a lot of people in this movie.
One of the big problems the Marvel Universe has always had, and I think we've discussed this when X-Men come up, how can the average Joe tell a mutant from a Spider-Man? It's hard to do. And in the X-Men universe, there weren't any heroes but X-Men.
And JR has made this point before. It's kind of silly, the whole mutant thing to still be a thing.
Yeah.
And he's right. And he's right in that point. It kind of is.
Well, and that's kind of what this movie is saying, because the movie is essentially saying that Jean and Peter and Bruce are all of the same, they all have mutated genes. But now, of course, as we know, and as the comics have explained this, there's a particular genome, particular mRNA that shows you're a mutant. We know Kamala has it in the MCU. They talked about it a little bit with the Inhumans.
Wonder Man.
So that's kind of where this is that's where this is coming from. But this movie does also, which I don't know if it's a con or not. It depends on how comfortable you feel about it. I personally do not like hearing anybody say that Bruce Banner or Peter Parker is a mutant, because they're not mutants. They weren't born a mutant. But it's more of were they born with this power, born with these genes?
What do they call him when he goes to damage control and they're running to the scanner? Don't they call him altered human?
Enhanced.
Enhanced something like that. Yeah.
Enhanced human.
That's what they were in the role-playing game from the 80s. They, if you were Spider-Man and you got your powers through an accident, you were referred to as an altered human.
Yeah. Let's see. Sarah, cons for you. What do you got?
I really didn't. I know this was a huge part of the movie, but I really didn't like the Jean Grey of it all. I really wish that it was a more Spider-Man centric villain, instead of Jean Grey. Although at the end of the movie, it kind of worked itself out, but I just wish it was more Spider-Man centered and not X-Men focused. You know what I mean? But I know they have to bring them into the MCU, and that was one way to do it. So I get it, but it wasn't my favorite.
Would you have rather had Mr. Negative in Jean Grey's place?
Not
This is a very
necessarily
important
Mr.
question,
Negative.
Sarah.
Not necessarily. Yeah, it is. Not necessarily Mr. Negative. I don't know who I would have wanted that would have made it different. For me.
Mindworm? Mindworm?
Yes,
I'm trying to think of all the
totally
psychic
Mindworm,
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
There were some
Yes.
Mindworm vibes in the beginning that I thought were really fun because it was giving me the Spider-Girl issues.
Help me out.
Yeah,
What
it's-
other Spider-Man villains can
it's-
mind control people?
It's not that
Mysterio.
I necessarily want to replace like what Jean Grey did, like the mind control stuff. I don't necessarily want to replace that with a Spider-Man villain. I just wish that there was more Spider-Man villains in the movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I get it why Sony likes to play this game, where it's a Marvel team-up movie, is what it is. It's been a Marvel team-up movie since Tony Stark was in the first one with Homecoming.
Well,
Yeah.
if you're Sony, you want as much of the MCU in it as possible.
Absolutely.
Which is weird because Sony's movies are one of the few things making money for the MCU now.
It's
Because the
yeah.
MCU makes a movie, it's gonna
Yep.
get 500 million. Sony makes one, it's like, oh hey, here's 2 billion.
Who
You
would
know-
have thought? Who would have thought Amy Pascal and Avi Avid were actually like on the ball for once?
Well,
Crazy.
To that point.
Brad,
And
let Christina talk. Her hand's
Yeah.
gonna get tired.
Oh, I didn't see her hand up. Go ahead, Christina.
okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Well, originally, I don't know if you guys are aware of this. Sony had originally wanted a multiverse movie and bring back Toby and Andrew again. And it seems, and then Kevin and them wanted the more grounded movie at Marvel Studios. So part of the compromise there was introducing Jean Grey so that they could do that.
They need to
So-
stop listening to Feige because Feige is now he's the anti-money guy. He's
Yeah,
the guy whose ideas will lose money for them.
Is that why it's more grounded? Because they didn't listen to Kevin Feige?
No, they listened to Feige. I mean, Feige's the reason Jean Grey's in here.
Mhm.
It's there's a lot going on with the MCU right now. I think overall they've made some bad choices and they kind of don't really know where to go. And it's weird because it's like I really don't know. There's not a clear finger pointing here. It just feels like there was a ton of bad luck
Mhm.
and tragedy mixed in with some poor decisions
Mhm.
that now we're kind of getting what I feel is a hot mess express when it comes to Doomsday and Secret Wars. We'll see how they manage to make this work.
I
There's
think
a lot of loose ends we don't
Thunderbolts
have.
was kind of like their first thing to say. Oh, hey, we get it. We have screwed up.
Yeah.
We're switching gears now. Here, please
Mhm.
enjoy this. Please go see
Absolutely.
this and don't hammer us.
Yeah.
Right.
And I kind of felt like that's what Thunderbolts did.
And I think too, Secret Wars is supposed to follow Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars run very heavily.
Yeah.
And we kind of know how that ends in that soft reboot of the 616, and that's
Mhm.
something that they've openly talked about. That's
Mhm.
how that's going to happen. So I also think that this is just in their minds, this is a way to clean slate. And so they're kind of more willing to play around as long as they can kind of get to a point where they're going to, hey, we're going to do a soft reboot and then the X-Men. And that's kind of their plan right now.
Yes.
Kelly, I'm curious. Why don't you like the fact that Peter Parker kind of accidentally made the thing that'll lead to the
Oh, yeah.
collars?
I don't like that because that's a horrible thing to put on Peter Parker.
Yeah, but it's consistent with Spider-Man, and that Spider-Man consistently beats X-Man ass. So, so then to have him inadvertently create the thing that winds up defeating all of them. That's on brand.
No, because I'm sorry. We now have orphaned Tom Holland. Like he has no more Aunt May. His longtime love, MJ, does not remember who he is. Even though things look positive, things look like they're going to turn around. She just said she didn't love him and she doesn't know who he is. That's gut wrenching, considering he held on to that love for 4+ years and tried to do what he thought was best.
Yeah, it felt like.
And now we're going to put this on him when, you know, we're going to see this like 6 years later. We've got all these X-Men with these inhibitor chips in internment camps, and it's going to all be his fault. Like, I don't like that for Peter Parker. That
I
upsets
like it
me
for him, but I kind of like that that's something that like will weigh on him. And if they end up like having him in Secret Wars fighting the X-Men, like the original.
In
Secret
fairness,
Wars.
I don't think for the majority of Secret Wars, they're not going to know what's what because they're going to have implanted memories.
I'm just saying though, still it's on brand for Spider-Man.
To beat X-Men ass. Okay.
Watch Spider-Man come up
Apple.
with the technology that turns Rachel Summers into like that psychic hunt, dog.
Okay, here's another con. I actually really wanted it to. Speaking of, like, to tie it into Doomsday and actually tie it into multiverse, why couldn't it, instead of Jean, it could have been Rachel Summers, who is a very much especially in her origin, whatever makes it like makes the ending happen for me, I'm gonna do it. This would have made so much more sense because she was trying to find something to fix her timeline. Like, why?
If I'm trying to build X-Men, if I'm trying to make a new X-Men movie, I'd go Jean Grey over Rachel. Rachel's just too confusing, I think.
Okay, I like Rachel. I mean, obviously, I like the Nepo babies of the of Marvel.
Oh, the X-Men Nepo baby. You mean Cable and Rachel? Who's all the Nepo babies of the X-Men?
Spider-Girl, obviously.
Oh, Mayday Parker.
God Almighty.
Well, we got Rachel, we got Cable.
Does
Shoot.
X-23 count?
Yeah, X-23.
X-23.
Everyone technically everyone in the MCU. Franklin, Valeria,
Hope Summers. Here we go. Hope Summers.
Hope. And it could have, instead of Rachel, it could have been Hope. And then you could have tied in a Deadpool Cable situation there too.
Yeah.
But I also I don't want Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool anywhere near Tom Holland. It just feels a little scary to me.
Well, Laura, let's hear some cons from you. I think you're the last one we haven't heard cons from. What's not been mentioned that's been bugging you?
She said earlier, not enough Stegron, and she's right. She said that in chat. I agree with you, Laura. Astutely observed.
What else you got?
Doing my best.
Is there anything else that bothered you?
Are you hearing me at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
We got you.
We're talking to you, and it's like, can you hear us?
Okay, yeah. My computer said unmute your mic, and I'm like, but it is. Okay. In chat, McNulty started saying he wondered why Spider-Man or Peter Parker didn't have any money problems. Like, he seems to have a 3D printer and all this amazing tech.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
And he hasn't done any work that it seems like
Yes.
That's the video game problem.
What's he doing for money?
See, I was
video game problem.
I was under the impression he doesn't pay rent. Like there's like this storage unit up there, and he just lives there now.
But what is his job? Because his job's full-time
Yes.
Spider-Man.
I assumed he had turned to prostitution.
That's maybe that's why
one look at him wearing the juicy pants and was like, "That's what's happening."
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Okay, random offside topic. Speaking of the juicy pants, this is not a con, but just so everyone knows, per universe, it did make black velour pants that have a rhinestone butt, and it says Spidey on the butt. And I may have bought them at 3 a.m. last night after.
By the way, before I forget this, Kelly, that was an epic pivot off how you segued. I love that. That was amazing. And also, I thought of you, Kelly, when he was in the elevator and he was wearing that black shirt. It just needed to say animal on it. Didn't it need to say animal?
Yeah, it needed to say animal.
Josh is going to buy juicy pants next.
No,
Actually, yeah, we're
I
on
just
that
bought the
topic.
backpack. Actually, the Herschel.
I know how he
Yeah.
can now make
There's-
money. OnlyFans Organics.
Jesus.
Organic OnlyFans.
Oh God.
Ew, no.
Clarence Douglas. This is a family show, sir.
I didn't cuss.
Let's keep it PG. Hey, Josh, start an OnlyFans.
I mean, I can understand. Like, I understand like the scanner equipment, and maybe he got some scanner equipment, maybe from Gene DeWolf.
But what about
Right.
EV? His AI that he's using. How do you get the money
I
to
got
make
that-
that?
I got that in my
He might
cons.
could create. He maybe could create it, like in
With
a computer
what?
program. But it's more of like what. Why does he have a computer in general? Like,
Yes. Yes.
he didn't have anything, and yes, he might not be paying rent in this attic space. Because that's kind of what I'm assuming is maybe he got kicked out of that apartment, but it's in the same building and got moved up to the attic. But it's like there's a lot of plot holes around that, and the thing is that's also a giant plot hole in the video game that I'm not happy with. I understand that they didn't want to use the Daily Bugle at this point, but it's like, what is he doing for money? Because he's also too. It's very clear he's not even going to ESU. He's just jumping in a hoodie and going there to pretend to be a student because he can't afford college, which
Occam's
also means
razor,
that this
prostitution.
is also this is also a Peter that hasn't even gone to college yet. Like, and that's also a situation that I'm not happy about in the MCU in general, because to me it's like that's Peter Parker should go to college. Peter Parker shouldn't be denied these things. It almost makes this it's not a curse, but this spell worse than Brand New Day a little bit, because he still at least got to keep being Peter Parker with the deal with Mephisto. Here, even though he's still Peter Parker doesn't exist. So he can't go, like, he doesn't have a social security to go to college. There's no trust fund. There's nothing that Aunt May left behind, which if she died, I assume she would have left him a lot. And he never got that. And so now we've got this giant plot hole of like, what's going on here? But it doesn't get answered.
It's a pro, but I noticed it after the fact when I saw my feed is filled with Spider-Man. And I saw this thing. And I didn't notice it when I first saw it. The Marvel Studios logo in the very opening scene, they erased Peter Parker out of it.
Yes. Yes.
Of the old scenes. I thought that was very clever. I didn't notice it the very first time I saw it, but I thought that was very clever. Sarah, you sent me something funny. I think we should share it with the viewers. This is, where did it go? Oh, did I lose it? There it is.
I thought it was
Here's
funny because
the
of how
movie.
accurate it is.
Here's the movie.
Yep.
Spoilers without context.
Yes, it's all true.
Let me get this off the screen real quick.
That's the scrunchie.
So the first
we
one
got
is
one on
Yelena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one is Jean Grey's
Mindfield.
bubble.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tom Holland was in his underwear a lot, wasn't he?
Yes.
A couple times.
In the scene, yeah, a couple times.
The only one I don't get
We
is
had-
the Notebook.
Josh, do you
That's
get
the
many
one-
requests for Spider-Man in his underwear to show up?
Like, you joke, but unfortunately, that is a thing that people have.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
The Notebook is the letter that he wrote Zendaya.
Oh, the letter.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Inhibitor, the Juicy Pants, the Scrunchie for Jean Grey's sister, the Darts from Damage Control, and the Vent.
VMAX.
The VMAX.
Oh, also
Yep.
too, also VMAX being the vent, like it. Yes, it works in the story. I also think that is a little bit of a con, because I feel like it's horrific.
Mhm.
I mean, but it's like
There's-
we
there's
have all
a-
this lead up for VMAX just for it to be a vent.
Yeah.
I actually like
Another.
No, I liked it, but
I-
it's just one of those things where it's like, like it's an interesting twist.
Yeah. That was just
Also,
a
we've been
like,
on the air
oh,
for an hour and a half, and this has not come up yet. It's time for us to discuss who is that character. Is that Paul?
I don't get to do my
No,
con.
his name is
Oh my
Dee
God.
Brinkman. His
Yes.
name is the boyfriend, and he's played by the voice of Rhoda the Hutt.
That's Rhoda the Hutt?
No, that's not Rhoda. No,
Oh.
that's not Rhoda. That's Amon Sfandi. He plays Ezra in the Ahsoka series. That's who you think of.
Yes, he does, but he also voiced Rhoda the Hutt. I swear.
Rhoda is Jeremy Allen White. That is not Jeremy Allen White.
Dude, he did the voice of a Hutt. I know it. I'm not crazy.
Rhoda
I
is
forgot to look.
Rhoda
Jeremy
is the Duke
Allen
from the Bear.
White.
Yeah.
That is who.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. In the credits, it says boyfriend.
Yes.
Is he ever going to appear again? Do we think?
No.
Probably not.
No.
I think they'll have broken up by the next movie.
They're broken up. Okay. All right. No thoughts on him at all. Did he kiss her? Do I remember a kiss?
He did.
Yeah.
Okay, he kissed.
He did.
Kissed her. Okay. I got it. Okay. There was fan theories that was
Brad.
Boomerang.
Brad. Brad.
Yeah.
Do I get to do
No, I'm
cons
here.
or no? Are we shutting me out of cons? Am I forbidden from them now?
Yes. Okay, we're moving on. No, just kidding. No, you can have cons. Yes. Go for your cons. Wrath of
All right.
Khan coming up. Go ahead.
I don't have many, but the first
Yeah.
con I have, as was mentioned a little bit ago, I think by Christina, Start Crap. Do we have Start Crap back? What is this Eevee thing? Is it something he made himself? If so, then we need to see that. I don't recall it being specifically mentioned that he made it.
He did. It's with all his gear that he has. He created it specifically because the director said that he had it because he doesn't have any friends. It's basically like a companion.
Oh, that's so
to him.
sad.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, but his other friend is what, like that old Stark robot. Remember the arm thing or whatever?
He doesn't have that anymore.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, so that was a possible con for me because I was like, what is this doing in here? Because, it seemed like the last movie kind of went out of its way to take all the Stark, stuff out back and shoot it in the head.
George, it kind of showed him working on his eye lenses. Like it showed Spider-Man working on his own tech.
Brad, I was specifically talking about the computer that's in his chute.
Oh, yeah.
That accesses what he's looking at visually. I even called it by name, which is what he calls it. He calls it Eevee.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was not his original suit. His original Stark suit's AI was called Edith, which was a cutesy way of Tony Stark saying, "Even in death, I'm the hero."
No, the original one was Karen in Homecoming.
That's right, Karen. Yeah, Karen. That's right. So my other one was Peter comes off a little stalkery in this, and it's the same kind of thing that I had with Brandon
Returns.
Ruth, with Bruce, Brandon Ruth in Superman Returns when he couldn't stop stalking Lois. When he came back, and I kind of, it wasn't like totally off-putting. I didn't want to walk out of the theater, but at the same time, I feel like Peter would want to check in on them, but he wouldn't be stalking them, like following them on Instagram and literally watching every damn thing they did. So that one I had a little bit of an issue with. Let's see what else. Keith David. Where the hell was Keith David?
Yeah,
David.
Okay.
We heard him. We heard his voice. He's doing the voiceover on the Spider stuff, and the Spider does it. And I'm like, oh my God, Keith David's still going to be in this? No.
He's
and I'm like,
no, he wasn't. Nope.
That's that's such a big letdown for me. I love Keith David. Keith David's like a fantastic actor.
Mm-hmm.
I would love for him to be able to chew up, the screen in a Spider-Man movie in some way.
I was gonna
go ahead. No, what were you
I
going to say?
I was gonna say this is in the weird fan theories, but the fan theory I heard, and I wonder what you would think of this specifically, George, because the rumor was Keith David is going to be Miles Warren. What do you think of that, Jackal?
It's a fantastic actor playing a trash throwaway villain, which would be sad, but I mean it'd be the coolest thing that ever happened to the Jackal.
The Jackal
would be for Keith David to play him.
I wanted him as Big Man so bad.
And that was okay. So that kind of dovetails into my other thing. Is the montage for me was more interesting than the overall narrative. I get it; it's a good Jean Grey story in my Spider-Man movie, but at the same time, what if this had been a Tombstone movie? Would it have been more Would it have been more Spider-Man feeling? Would it have been a better movie? I mean, I didn't hate this movie. I thought this was a good movie, but could it have been better if we'd have just focused on like Tombstone being the bad guy? I love that we have the homage to Spectacular 142, and they even that moment when Spider-Man comes back around and kicks him, which is straight out of the damn comic book. But then he gets webbed up on the wall, and Jean Wolfe's talking smack to him and everything. I was like, would this have been cooler if he had been the villain?
What's cool is that actor that played Tombstone voiced him in Spider-Verse. The Tombstone in Spider-Verse.
I mean, it was an effective guy, and we did see Boomerang on Discord. There was a lot of people in our chat saying, "Was Boomerang even in there?" I missed it. I was specifically looking for it, and he's in that montage. He's in there towards the beginning of the montage. But yeah, Boomerang and Tarantula were that was big news. Oh, they're going to be in this movie. They're going to be in this movie. And I'm like, oh yeah, the same way that John Malkovich was in Fantastic Four.
Well, that didn't stop Marvel from making Boomerang and Tombstone and Funko Pops and action figures. And I mean,
yeah. Well, yeah, Brad. I mean, it's licensing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So,
but did you not? More. But I was a little disappointed that the montage was so spoiled in the trailers because exactly what was in the trailer was exactly in the movie. There wasn't much more.
And people have always said that about Sony, Spider-Man movie trailers to begin with. Oh, they're showing way too much. And this one, they showed everything involving those characters, literally. And they're kind of hyping that up.
For that.
They're kind of hyping it up, but I'm like, literally, that. I would say it was such a letdown. I was like, why have these people in here if they're just going to be in here for like a few frames?
It does. I agree, but I do like that. Like we said earlier, we get to see a little bit of his C and D list villains going up against us.
Yeah, and honestly, Marvel ought to do more of this montage stuff.
Yeah, like they did it for Fantastic Four.
They did it for Fantastic Four, and it worked in there. And they ought to be doing it with their other properties. If they know they're never going to get around. Oh, I don't know if they're like, well, we're never going to get around to Stegron. Sony, that's a missed opportunity, by the way. But
I'm glad we don't have a whole movie dedicated to the Scorpion origin or the Tombstone origin. We don't need it.
I'm glad we haven't wasted a Spider-Man movie on that. Yeah, that's true. We don't really need it. Yeah. We don't really need a Scorpion origin story. Well, I mean, if we had a proper Jonah in this, it would be worth it. But we're not gonna have a proper Jonah. We're never gonna get the Sony Jonah back.
In fairness, we might have a soft reboot, so we might after the soft reboot.
Let's hope. We'll cross our fingers and hope we get a proper Jonah.
Also, too, because we're talking in our internal chat about feeling like Spidey would have found Ned and MJ sooner, but they spent 4 years at MIT, which is in Massachusetts. So he's not exactly going, past state lines. He's staying in New York City and then creating an entire villains roster.
Yeah.
So it's when he sees Ned come into that bodega and go, wait, that's Ned. He immediately follows. And so if they had been in New York, I think that's where we would have seen him try, but they weren't there anymore.
Yeah.
Joey Z says Keith David should have been Stegron. What do you think?
Hell yes. Oh my God. Keith David is Stegron. Are you kidding me? Oh. I just laid an egg right here.
What?
You just laid an egg.
I just laid an egg. Okay. Would George go to a Sony Stegron movie with a Morbius cameo? This is Mary.
I mean, as awful as Morbius is. Oh, hang on. We got a text from number one super fan who's saying something that's completely unrelated. All right, so that means my mom was watching the podcast.
Oh.
Anyway, what was the would I go see a Stegron movie, a Sony Stegron movie if it had a Morbius cameo? I don't think Sony would do a Morbius cameo. I think Sony pretty much is done with Morbius. But yeah, I think if they want to make money, I mean, they're leaving money on the table by not making a Stegron movie.
All right. Let's. Any other things, George? Anything else you got?
Well, the other things I had, Christina already brought up the hand. And I remembered I had written down before the show the hand or the foot, because that's kind of what they turned them into. Oh, they're just
hand or the foot
lads. I've turned them around, but yeah, we've already talked about that. And the other one was, also already talked about, and that was Gene being so bloodthirsty. I remember that one point, like when Gene's walking into the damage control building, she has two guards shoot one another. I mean that, and I was like, I saw that, I was like, oh my god, that's so raw, jeez. You know, and I was like, this is supposed to be one of your key X-Men people later on, and she just, mind controlled two dudes and had them gun each other down.
Yeah,
it was a little.
A con crazy. For a Hosataco is that Little Caesars is the pizza of Spider-Man being in New York.
What is wrong with Little Caesars?
It's crap.
Nothing. Their Weberoni pizza is great. Have you tried the Weberoni pizza?
Okay, guys,
no.
It's not the fact that Little Caesars is not actually decent pizza for the price. And I will say, obviously, Peter Parker has no money, so that's why he's ordering Little Caesars. Also, it's just like all of the fact that there were 0 iPhones in all of New York City in that entire movie because of the Samsung brand deal.
Right.
It's a brand deal, guys. Chill out. But
absolutely,
to their point, you're in New York City and you're ordering Little Caesars.
It's not just New York City, though. I mean, I was a starving college student. Guess what I ate a ton of?
Ramen noodles.
Little Caesars. I ate a ton of Little Caesars because it was cheap.
Yeah.
But there's cheap pizza in New York City, too. Maybe not as cheap as Little Caesars.
But they're always hot ready. You just walk in. I want a medium pepperoni.
Yeah, so exactly. So why was he getting it delivered?
That's fair.
What, Laura? Laura, what'd they do to your order recently? What happened? Oh, you're muted.
Oh no. I'm sorry. I made the online order and they sent me the app, like you can track your pizza, and it said it was in the hot and ready box.
A Spidey tracker.
Yeah. And it was inaccurate. And then they sent me an email and they said, oh, it wouldn't fit in the box. So I went to the counter.
Pizza wouldn't fit in the box.
Yeah, they said it wouldn't fit in the hot and ready box. And then I asked at the counter and they're like, oh yeah, let me check. And the guy just disappeared. And then another girl showed up and she's like, oh, have you been helped yet? And I'm like, yeah, I showed him my receipt. And then she's like, oh yeah, I'll get that in 5 minutes. 25 minutes later, I have my pizza. And then I'm like, can I have the poster too? Because that's really all I wanted was the little poster you get for free with the pizza. And so I should have just gone in and asked for the poster. And
hot and not so ready.
Yeah, it was not really hot either. Like, it was a cold pizza an hour later after I ordered it on the app and gave them a 20-minute head start too.
Sarah, this is reminding me of when you and Kelly and I did the Spider-Man Whopper. Why haven't we done a Spider-Roni pizza taste test?
We should.
Weberoni.
Okay, so I need to create my own.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I remember Sarah going, Brad, just eat the dang thing.
Well, you were sitting there
almost.
Like, you were like, look at this.
You're like flopping the burger around.
I know.
Like Miles.
All right, let's move on to this funny theater moments. What happened in the theater that you thought was funny? I have one. Can I start?
Mm-hmm.
So my wife and my daughter wanted to take a picture next to the big Spider-Man thing, the big Spider-Man display. I put it up on Facebook. You can see it. Folks that are friends with me. My stepdaughter was taking the picture, and this person in a wheelchair rolled up to her and said, I think you took 5. That's enough. 5 pictures. And she said it took everything in her power not to say, chill out, Professor X, to her.
Wow.
Wow.
She didn't say it to her, but she thought it. And I'm like, oh, that could have been weird. That was our last memory as we walked out of the theater.
It's not weird. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what she said to my stepdaughter, like, hurry up, 5 pictures is enough. Like, just in a rude way to her.
No, that's bad.
Anyway.
Yeah,
that's bad.
Mean.
But
yeah,
but
she censored herself. When we got in the car, she said, I almost said, chill out, Professor X, which I thought was really funny. Okay, who else has a funny theater moment? Go ahead, Kelly.
So last night, it was an extremely crowded theater. And it took none of us could even get into the theater until 5 minutes till basically the start time, because of how much they had to clean out. Like, they literally had that little mini super garbage cart thing filled comically high from trash.
Wow.
But we all get in, and this is why I needed to see it a second time. I didn't see anybody doing TikTok dances. I didn't see anybody taking pictures of the screen or using their phone. It was the most engaged like theater I've been in a long time, but everyone had to say their piece. So it was like I equate it to, imagine a filled theater, but everyone else but you is Brenda from Scary Movie. So sometimes it was great. It was fantastic. Other times it wasn't. The only time that it like got super dead quiet was when Jean Grey's name was on the screen, and it took about 30 seconds before all of the people that were like being really loud reacted. And I don't know if that's just because they had a hard time reading.
Kelly.
I mean, Jean Grey's pretty easy to read. I mean,
it was funny because it was like that was the only time the entire theater was dead quiet.
Easy to read, Brad, but the today's movie going audience not as literate.
Yeah, but it like I said, it was a lot of fun, and it was really funny. But man, was that a loud theater. They did clap. They clapped the first time, like the first time the movie was over, and then they also clapped at the end of at the end credits. Nobody left. Everyone stayed. Well, one family left, but they were also.
I would say 25% of my theater walked out before the end credit. I'm like, is this your first time? I mean, come on. Yeah,
no, I will say that one family I think walked out because they were just like, man, it's taking too long, because it was like this was an end credit that was like dead set at the end.
Yeah.
If you take little kids to go see this, dude, you're not sticking around for mid-credit scenes. Kids got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. It's a long movie. But yeah, no, like I said, that was really fun. But the 30-second delay on Jean Aline Grey was like really funny to me.
Jose Taco is asking about merch in the theater. So, Laura, you got a lot of stuff up there. Tell me what you got.
Yeah, my husband actually bought everything for me. He has an in with the theater. He knew the manager.
Oh, nice.
Oh, sweet.
Here, I'll full screen you. I like that flip cup. That looks cool.
What theater did you go to, Laura?
The coolest part is the top of that cup.
Huh?
Our local theater is a Regal theater. So it's just the Regal in Lima.
Yeah.
Nice. I asked about popcorn buckets, and I have a B&B theater, and they said they sold out the first night of all the popcorn buckets. There was no popcorn buckets at all.
I asked them what they had, because normally they have souvenir cups for all the movies that come out, at least one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I've gotten 2 Masters of the Universe cups there. I got a Minions and Monsters cup there. And I said, "Oh, do you have a Spider-Man cup?" And they said, "We have these tumblers. They look like what Laura's holding up right now. They had that kind of thing, except that it didn't have a mask logo on it. It literally was blue, and it just said Spider-Man on the side."
Oh.
And I was like, "The hell?
Who wants that?"
So,
yeah, I could do that with a Sharpie.
Yeah. Now I try not to just buy frivolous things, and I don't know where I'd put it, but the only thing AMC really had was they had the cups, what like Sarah was showing. I have that one because I bought that. Oh, I love the pen.
Oh.
But the only thing that
Sarah,
they really,
let me see yours. There we go. There
AMC really so I have that one, but mine is a black cup. I don't have the white cup. I think the white cup might have just been Regal. But
yeah, I got mine from Regal.
Yeah. But they had the same toppers, but the only thing that AMC had was it was a head shape, like Spider-Man head shaped bucket. And like I said, I couldn't figure out like where I would display that, so I didn't buy it. But
I thought the one where it's a web and it's the bucket for the popcorn. I thought that was weird. I thought that was a strange one. Like you're gonna. How much are those? $30 a pop? Like you're getting like a small popcorn in his hand. Oh, Sarah. Sarah must have dropped some coin on that.
Hey, Christina.
Oh, there you are. Let's see. Any other funny moments in the theater? George, go ahead.
I got a sad one. Yeah, I don't know that it's funny, but it's a little sad. So last time we did this movie review, we did No Way Home, and I regaled you with the story of how I failed going back up the stairs to get my wool cap and almost crippled myself. So this year, I
You hurt
got to the
yourself?
movie. Yes, this is a 5 years ago story, Brother. You're going back.
Oh, I thought you said.
No. I'm
you're
talking.
talking-
I said last year that was my
Got it.
story. This year, so I'm an old man now, and I have arthritis in my lower back. I have arthritis and degenerative disc disease, and it causes me great discomfort. And so I was standing out. I was standing outside of the theater when people started coming out of it. And I'm waiting to sit down so I can see the next showing. And so they're coming out of it, and I said, "Wait a minute, are they done?" So what I did, smart goat thinking, I went inside the theater. And sure enough, the credits had started. It was the beginning of the credits when they were like doing all the shots of the city. So I sat down in an empty chair because there were people in the chair that I had bought a ticket for the next showing. So I sat down, and then finally those people left, and I went and sat down in what was going to be my seat for the next showing. And then after it was all empty, then the people came in and said, "Sir, you have to leave the theater because we got to clean the theater." And I was like, "I have a horrible problem with my back, and I'm in a lot of pain. Can I just sit here? I'm not trying to cause you hassle. I'm not trying to, give you beef or anything. I'm just in a lot of pain. Can I just sit here like an old man?" And they let me. And so that's my sad story.
I thought of you, George. One of the very first spider-related things I saw when I walked into the theater was a Ben Reilly hoodie. And I thought of you. I wish I could have snapped a picture, but this dude was wearing a Ben Reilly hoodie, and I thought,
yeah, we're really sorry you didn't get a picture of that.
I remember seeing that. Any other funny stories? Christina, anything funny happening in your theater? Oh, Josh has got one.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, Christina, you go ahead.
Good.
The only thing that happened to me is to the left of me, I had two girls that decided to do a commentary during the whole movie.
Oh,
But imagine
the
that in
worst.
the whole theater.
gosh.
Oh man.
Even though mine, at least they were very well engaged.
Mhm.
But it was,
Ugh.
yeah, that was 10:30. Today was a lot quieter. So, yeah, but yeah, no, I feel you, Christina.
I think that stems back to people just don't have theater etiquette. They're used to talking to their friends on the couch and just chatting through the whole movie. Like, people paid their money. Shut up. I almost said something else.
Yeah.
That's becoming a bigger problem in the country. There's just there's a lack of respect. People don't throw away their own trash leaving the theater.
Oh, yeah.
They'll talk all the way through the damn movie. They need to go back to when they had ushers in theaters who would literally just walk over and just tell you to shut the hell up.
That's the thing, though. Like AMC and Regal, they're not going to pay. Like they've got these kids. I mean,
They're not.
minimum wage for.
They're not going to
doing
pay
a lot more than they should.
They're not going to
I
pay.
used to
people
be that
do
person.
They're not going to pay people specifically
I
to
could
do
see
that.
Sarah telling people to shut the heck up.
And in some places like where Kelly lives, people are going to get killed.
I don't live in Atlanta anymore, George.
Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't really talked to you all that much in a long time, Kelly. Think about it.
Well, I'm glad you're out of there, Kelly. So it's
In fact, the last time
You know
I
what's
was
horrible is I knew exactly what he was meaning, and like I have like that. It was probably 7 years ago that happened at the AMC in Buckhead, where somebody pulled the gun and shot somebody because they told him to shut up.
See,
man.
I was
it also goes back to theater etiquette. What you were saying, Kelly, is people not picking up their trash. Like, I pick up my drink and my popcorn bag and I throw it away on my way out. People just leave that.
And it should only take like these people, the workers cleaning the theater, 15 minutes tops to like look over and go. And instead, it's taking them almost 30 whole minutes in this tiny theater, in Florida, just to clean this up. And I'm really not kidding. It's comical sized bags and bags and bags and bags of trash that get pushed out. And at that point, because it was like you had everybody for that theater, they were all ready to go. Like I said, they were all engaged from the get-go. And regardless of what kind of fan they were, whether it was just movies or comic fans, you have them waiting in line, then trying to scramble to get to their seats in 5 minutes. Like, that was insane. Which, like I said, great experience in some instances because everyone was engaged. Thank goodness. But everybody also wanted to be the main character of their story.
I think in this degeneration of society that we're seeing, where people, have no consideration for others, don't clean up after themselves. This is one of the reasons why a lot of people maybe have stopped going to the theater.
Oh, I agree on that.
They're just tired of they're tired of paying a lot of money and then paying a lot of money for food when they get there, and then having to sit there and hear people talk to the entire movie. And if you say something, oops, maybe you get shot, maybe you get stabbed, or it's too much of a hassle. You could just stay at home. Like Supergirl. I didn't see Supergirl. I'll probably see Supergirl on Peacock when it finally shows up.
Supergirl is actually really good, George.
Yeah.
Just when it won't be on Peacock, but on HBO.
Oh, on HBO Max. Yeah.
It's really cute. I think you'll enjoy it.
I may watch on HBO Max, but I wasn't going to see it in the movie theater.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll probably see the next Superman movie in the movie theater and hope it doesn't suck. I enjoyed the first one. Okay. Or the other one.
Josh, you had some funny theater moments. What do you got?
Yeah. When I went on Thursday, when we went to go see it, it's the part of the movie where Jean is being Peter in Peter's memory, and it's a very emotional scene, and it's very quiet. And one of God's favorite humans is sitting beside us, just eating popcorn, open mouth. I'm like, oh my God, this is brutal. And then on the Friday, when I couldn't actually stay for the movie because I had to wash Spider-Man costumes for the next day, we were doing our characters going there. And so many people at the movie theater were just aggressively hitting on Ghost Spider and Venom. Like, to the point of definitely crossed the line. Like, thankfully nothing physical, but just like the most outrageous comments being added there. They just really
is that the picture you want me to show you of your cosplayers?
Well, that was actually of our train today, but the train was great. But
can I show that? Okay.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Here's your crew.
Aww.
Yeah.
Looks nice.
We had a big Spider-Man train today for National Spider-Man Day. Oh yeah, happy National Spider-Man Day, everyone.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, any other theater moments before we move on to another topic? Let's talk about weird fan theories. What did you hear that was going to be in the movie? I heard Spider-Man dies at the end, and he comes out of the grave, Kraven's Last Hunt, with a hand and a black suit on him. That's what I heard.
Yeah,
Didn't happen. The Jackal created the virus and goes around New York, and that's what happened.
The virus?
What you got, Kelly?
I mean, my brain was just sold on. I felt like Jean Grey was like the Jean Grey rumor was a cop out, and it was going to be something different. Like, I was like, this has to be like a planted rumor, and it's not gonna be exactly what I thought the movie was gonna be, which that's what it turned into, and that's fine. But I was expecting, like I said, I was expecting like Hope or Rachel or Annie or Mayday or just
Mayday
something
was
else.
Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst's kid is who Sadie Sink is going to play. I heard that one.
Yeah, I heard that one too. Yeah, even though I wouldn't have been happy with a redheaded Mayday. I don't feel like that's right, but it has to be it'd have to be Annie. And I thought about that. Like, maybe it's Annie. Maybe it's we're gonna start talking about. I heard spider totems and the big web of life. I heard all that stuff.
Yeah, I heard the Queen too. The Queen. Because they took a lot of that story from the other, didn't they?
May we never have to see Ezekiel on the big screen again.
There were people really wanting Morlun, and they were trying to convince me that Morlun would be in it. And I was like, hell will freeze over before that happens.
If somebody
Watch him
came
be in
up
the
to
next
me,
movie.
if somebody came up to me and was trying to convince me that Morlun was going to be in the movie, I would assume that they have syphilis. I would assume that they're.
What?
I would assume that
Well-
syphilis has rotted their brain.
God dang. Okay.
I don't think that person does. But yeah, no, there were a lot of the rumors. It was more
Kelly,
once again this Spider-Verse. Like,
you
everybody
segue
wants-
off of George's insanity quite well. I just love boom over here. You know, I heard the insane, and I'm just going to take it and move. Gosh dang, that's crazy. She can left turn on a dime.
That's how
What
my
else have you
family
guys
has
heard
learned
that
to
didn't
deal with my
come
bullshit.
about?
Well, I know that one of the characters they thought Sadie Sink could have been was Firestar.
Yeah, I heard that
Yes.
other things
Firestar.
that couldn't happen, but I do wish. You know, it'd been funny if Bobby had been in this movie, because would Jean Grey have outed him?
one. Oh, jeez.
Maybe Ned becomes Bobby Drake. Who knows? Ooh, Ned, Bobby Ned. Ooh, it could happen. Let's get on that instead of ruining Hobgoblin.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, going off of McNulty here, was that Wilson Fisk or Daredevil was going to be busted.
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Ooh,
Or
Yeah.
the fact that Spidey was fighting the Hand, be like, oh, see, there's a gap there, which means there's like three.
There's
other
a
people
gap.
that's fighting. Yeah.
That's just like the theory that they've done with Doomsday, where all the heroes are standing in that thing, and there's a big space between the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
People are like, Doom's going to be standing there. Tobey Maguire's going to be standing there.
Oh, you know what? We should maybe talk about that a little bit since you know they all that just went down at San Diego. I got literally nothing from the Avengers Doomsday stuff.
Yeah.
Like literally, there's no part of me that is excited about that at all.
Yep.
That's fair. Like I said, there's too many unanswered questions that they're gonna have to really smash into that movie that I don't see it going well, because that's the one thing with the Russo brothers is they tend to get lazy instead of answering things. And that's why I was just like, yeah, I have no clue what's happening. We're gonna wind up with plot holes galore for the MCU until the soft reboot. But yeah, no, speaking of that, little bit of a segue on the fan theories, and we can get back to it. But who do you think is the off-world Spidey in the end
Oh,
credits?
Tobey Maguire is who I assumed when I saw it, mainly because of the rumors I've heard of him being in the Avengers movie.
Okay, so you're not thinking Miles because
Well,
Hickman
what's-
You know,
Shores,
if you go to Miles, I suspected a Miles plant in here. And if it is, you know, when he comes out of the hospital and he's in the fans and he looks at the little boy and gives him at the whip, and I don't know.
I don't
know.
think that's going to be Miles. No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
a
don't think
little
it's
too young. Doesn't, yeah. But also Cindy.
Oh, Cindy Moon
I
in this
did,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, Cindy Moon.
Mhm.
Cindy was
There's
in
been a-
Dr. Banner's class
There's
that
been
he
a
called
big
on her.
push on Cindy lately. She was in season 5 of the Spidey and His Amazing Friends show. She's rumored to be in the third Spider-Man Insomniac game. I could see her coming into play some point in the future.
Yeah.
in
Boy,
MCU.
they really be
Somewhere in-
scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Well, Neil's happy somewhere.
I don't
Neil
know.
loves Neil
I
loves
don't-
Cindy Moon.
I don't know if he's going to be happy with the question she asked, because that was a dumb question.
What? Why Thanos didn't create more food?
Why didn't Thanos just create twice as much food with his magic glove?
Yeah, the magic
That was-
glove.
The magic glove was like, okay, you're special, aren't you?
That's funny. Any other fan theories that didn't pan out that we haven't mentioned? Okay. There's some Easter eggs, and I'm going to share this article up here. Screen Rant did a really cool 100 Easter eggs. I thought we could go through this. I think this is kind of fun. Some of them we've mentioned already. Let's see.
Oh, Shocker's glove. That was
Yes.
in there. That
Yeah,
was
Shockers. Grateful Ned 42 is his handle. I thought that was kind of fun. Grateful Ned. What else? Gene DeWolf, the Manfredi Gang, which it was in the Punisher? Was that right?
No, that was Nucci family.
The new chief. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
That was my
Oh yeah, we forgot about Tom Holland's Bureau is in it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's his company. It's non-alcoholic beer. We had Lego Palpatine was in Peter's desk, and Ned had a Chewbacca, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yes.
On the phone with DeWolf, it sounds like Spider-Man has been tracking down a criminal named Foswell. In the comics, Frederick Foswell was a major crime boss, the big man.
Also a
I
Bugle
did-
employee.
Mhm.
Yep. POV web slinging. The skyscraper dive was straight out of the video game.
Yep.
Battle of New York reference. I remember that.
Mhm.
They say Spider Sense had a new sound. I didn't catch that.
No, but it was very obvious. Like all of a sudden, it was just a little more obvious and not as
Subtle.
Yeah, but not as lengthy either. Like it
Mm.
wasn't like the like you.
It was
just
modified.
yeah.
It got modified a
Mhm.
little bit. Also too, because I don't obviously we were talking about Grateful Ned. Did y'all notice Yelena's handle was like macaroni fiend?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
What
see
was
that.
it? I missed that.
It was like macaroni fiend, and then there's numbers that I can't remember, but macaroni fiend in from her being on Hawkeye,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, got it.
making the mac and cheese with Kate Bishop.
Yep. I also
and
thought it
saying-
was neat with Ned's Spider Tracker. Like when he's near, you hear the Spider-Man theme song, like Andrew Garfield's ringtone.
Mhm.
Spider-Man. Yeah, I thought that was cute. We had the battle van. What happened on Staten Island?
That's not really
you
an
and
Easter
Tin Mis-
egg.
Yeah.
Whoever wrote this doesn't really understand Easter eggs.
There's a couple more things. We didn't talk about Metzger hardly at all. I had to look him up. He was actually only in one comic in the late 90s by Joe Casey on a book called X-Men Children of the Atom. And that's his only
They
appearance.
try to find obscure things, I think, because
Yeah.
they think it'll give them cred. Like, ooh, look at this deep cut we found from this one comic book. Sort of the same way that, like, remember they justified Silver Surfer being a gal in the movie. Well, it's canon. It happened in the comic one time.
It was okay. So her Silver Surfer being female, it happened in an Elseworld. They're trying to basically state this is not the 616.
Yeah, I'm just saying that I think they throw those deep cuts in there because they think it's going to build them, cred with fans. Ah, look how obscure this is. Ooh, we just pulled this out of our butt.
For all intents and purposes, this is the Bane villain.
Yeah,
You know?
well, I think for Bill Metzger to, if for some reason, like essentially putting Bill Metzger in here in place of something, in lieu of something like Senator Kelly or somebody who would be a bigger tell, for X-Men, I think was a smart play. Because Metzger is very, very anti-mutant in his little tiny role. So
It says Metzger was the head of the anti-mutant group, which makes all kinds of sense by the movie's end. Let's see. Is he British? That was one of notes on Ned's
That was
thing.
funny. I like that one.
Peter Parker really is British. The ringtone, Maynard, which is, he thinks of Aunt May first, I guess. Maynard was his name he said to Zendaya. Friendly Neighborhood, when he said to Zendaya, Solus Corporation.
did it not catch like where it had another Miles reference on could Spider-Man be this Latino?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh,
This Latino parkour legend. Yeah, because that was a nod to maybe it's
was
somebody like Miles.
MJ wearing the necklace he gave her in
Yes.
Far From
Yeah.
Home?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed
broken.
that.
She wears it at the party as well. That I think people are missing because there's that big scene where she's holding it at the end of the movie,
Mm-hmm.
but she's also wearing it
Oh.
when she at the party.
Yes.
That explains why I didn't understand why somebody brought that up in Discord
Necklace.
about her wearing the necklace, and I was like, "The hell when did he give her a necklace? Far From Home?" Because I didn't bother seeing that crap.
it's Far From Home, and it's actually and it's broken just like it was at the end of Far From Home. Still,
Let's see. The web cocoon comes from the other. Oh, the alleyway fall. That made me think of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 2 fall. My back. Yeah, I thought that
there
was
were a lot of scene by scene like callbacks to Raimi,
yeah.
like Raimi Spider-Man.
Oh,
1 and
Go Web Go. Didn't he say Go Web Go or
Yep.
something?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
Go on.
Kingpin poster garbage can in the alley. A ripped poster from Wilson Fisk's past mayoral campaign can be seen. Oh, interesting. I didn't see that. Tom Holland's referenced Peter 2 and how Tobey Maguire had organic, so he could do fine. Oh, go Web, go! Ironic.
Yep.
There you go.
Peter
Bruce
2,
Banner.
he was cool. Sorry.
By the way, he should be Peter 1. I don't understand why he's Peter 2.
Well, it's because Tom Holland called himself Peter 1, so now he's Peter 2.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Banner teaching physics. Thanos argument. Oh, the inhibitor. You can't see it on this picture, but evidently I've been seeing people say that it says ASM 14, which is the first time Spider-Man and Hulk fought.
Yeah.
Also the first appearance of the Green Goblin. So I think right there on the text it says ASM 14 is what people are saying. Del Mar's Deli, that was from Homecoming. That's where he used to get a sandwich.
Yeah, he had a shirt. He also had the shirt that was, if you believe in telekinesis, please raise my hand, which conveniently worked well for Gene.
Oh, speaking of telekinesis, that drove me crazy through so much of the movie, was because they were just focusing on her telepathic abilities, and I was like, wait a minute, she's also a very powerful, telepath or telekinesis, telekinetic. What's up with that? And then finally that they finally brought that up.
I
with
think
the
it's
glass at the end.
Yeah, well, I also think that also happened after the experiment that they were doing on her.
Well,
A nod to Doc Ock. So those inhibitors reminded me of Spider-Man 2 also, the Doc Ock was in the back.
Yeah.
That was good. Let's see. Webbed up helicopter. That totally reminded me of the video game, not the very first Tobey Maguire trailer. They mentioned Night Monkey.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We didn't talk about that. Peter actually got a chance to save Mary Jane, unlike Andrew Garfield saved her in the last movie. So that was neat. Frank Castle's family we mentioned about. Smart Hulk. These aren't Easter eggs. Shintari head in a jar. Was that a Shintari?
Yes.
That's interesting. I wondered what that was in that jar. Interesting. The other guy. That's what Banner calls the Hulk. No Banner, only Hulk. Thunderclap. Yep. Gauntlet X from the Shocker. Peter, I'm your friend. Still within the Hulk. Banner recognizes Peter. It's enough to make the Jade Giant pause long enough to fall off the side of the building. A subtle homage to Hulk still remembering Peter even when the rest of the world forgot. Yep. Empire Strikes Back. Oh, Ned's watching Empire Strikes Back at his little monitors. That's funny. Ned explains to web shooters, keep your secrets. There you go. From Lord of the Rings. MJ drawing people in crisis. Oh, new meaning behind Jean Grey's classic colors. So that bandana of her sister is what?
Scrunchy.
Yellow and...
It's the scrunchy. Yeah, it was
scrunchy.
yellow and green, which is her Marble Girl.
That's her colors.
Yeah.
Thanks to Spider-Man prototype inhibitor collars. Yep, we talked about that. Jean Grey's power, slow motion. Oh yeah, the ninja stars was very similar to the Flash Thompson punch dodge.
Yep.
Jean breathing for Peter. So when he was in the hospital, he was breathing. Empire State Building. Oh, the Empire State Building colors was cool. Yep. Frank finally wears a mask. That was fun. I'm going to do the same here. Okay, Jean's headed upstate. Yeah, that was implied that she was going north to Westchester, which was nice. Some pain in my back. That's Spider-Man 2, Tobey Maguire, Ned and Peter's handshake. Spider-Man in space. Post with the tracker. Okay. There you go. Those are the Easter eggs that did they miss any that you guys noticed at all?
We're still on this Easter egg thing.
We just finished.
Yeah, we just wrapped it up. Anything that they said that you guys missed or saw? I mean,
well, it didn't really mention anything about. I like how a lot of that stuff wasn't necessarily Easter eggs, just references, and they didn't mention a single thing about Janine DeWolf.
Yeah.
Oh, they had fun, but yeah.
Okay,
probably because it was Jean and not Janine.
Another thing that I thought was kind of cool. The director's name is Destin Daniel Cretton. Is that how you say his last name?
Yes.
So he put up on social media that I can relate. I thought this was so cute. This is him as a little kid. He's in the 70s, wearing a Spider-Man shirt.
Oh, that's
in
awesome.
Hawaii. His older brother is wearing a Hulk shirt. I can relate to the love of these two characters. And I think it's awesome that the director put that up on his social media. It says, "That's me in the Spidey tank top, my older brother sporting the Hulk, standing in our backyard in Maui. If someone told me at that time I would one day be directing a movie starring both of these characters, my little brain wouldn't even understand what they were saying." How neat is that? I just think that's really cool that the director was a Spider-Man fan back in the day. So, and I think we universally can agree that the directing was awesome. Do you guys have any disagreements with that?
Nope.
I absolutely love them.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Before we do the rankings, now would be the time if you would like to be part of the show. Let's do live callers. How are you going to do that? This is how we're going to do it. I am going to... And I, in chat, am going to put up the StreamYard code. Okay?
We'll be on here till midnight.
This is going to be...
Okay, I am going to put the StreamYard code in here. I can only, I think, get like a dozen in the green screen. So I'm going to pop you on one at a time and have your questions ready for our panel. And we will answer them in the order that you pop up. Okay, here comes the code.
Don't be flashing anybody because Brad's going to see you before he adds people. So all you're going to wind up doing is flashing Brad.
I think this was stated earlier. No cussing. Now we have to add no nudity. Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to get kicked off YouTube.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. There in Facebook and YouTube is the StreamYard code. Highlight that and pop it in your browser. Allow your camera and your microphone to have access, and we will answer your questions as they come in.
And troubleshoot everybody's IT problems.
I know. This is always fun.
As it happens. Always fun.
Yeah. So at the moment, there's about 30 people watching us. So if you would like to be on, we will do that. And if nobody calls in, we'll move on. We'll move on to the movie ranking, which is what we're going to do. We're going to do our rankings of the various Spider-Man movies. So talk amongst yourselves.
Laura, why are you sorry? You've done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
What? Oh, Laura, you're fine.
You're
fine.
Yeah.
You're totally fine. Trust me, we've had, in 20 years, we've had tech problems from all the time, so you're fine.
Yeah, you're not what I was referring to. I'm referring to like every call-in show we have to like, oh, I'm trying to connect. I can't connect. What's happening? Oh,
all
right.
Honestly,
We have our first caller. We have Tevia. Tevia in the house. What's going on, Tevia?
Hey, Tevia.
Hello.
All right, what do you got for us? Are you aiming one right up George's front door and hit him? Oh, Tevia, what happened?
We're getting props.
I don't know.
I actually thought the movie was great. Hang on.
Okay, so what's your question for us, my man?
Oh, my question at the what's your favorite at the Spider-Man at the movie or game or anything?
What's our favorite
version
Spider-Man?
of Spider-Man?
Favorite version?
Hang on, I need to turn the light.
Did he say favorite movie or did he say favorite version?
Favorite version of Spider-Man. If it's
Spider-Man.
movie, a certain
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, from movie, game, comic, anything.
Oh, well, comic for me. I mean, comic is the base. I think everything else is inspired from the comic. So, what? Anybody disagree about comic, or does someone like the video game or the movies more?
Comic Spider-Man from the 1960s through the end of the 1980s.
Yeah, I gotta kind of agree with George on this one. It kind of depends
What's your
what
favorite at the
you're talking about.
movie, comic, anything?
Oh, favorite version of like animated or
Live action, movie, game.
live action or movie? What's our favorite version?
I mean,
Um,
clearly he put up Spider Girl. So if all iterations count, I mean,
Yeah, all iterations.
okay.
All iterations.
Well, we already know my answer.
Spider-Girl's Kelly's, George is the comics, mine's the comics. Who else?
Yep.
Laura, what's yours?
The first influence I had was the Spider-Man animated series that was around like 1990s.
That's your favorite? Okay.
what year that was, 94 to 98, according to the IMDb.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, nice.
Christina, that's your favorite version too, the cartoon?
Yes, that was my first introduction, so yes.
Josh, what's your favorite?
Not my first introduction, because my first one was Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. That was
Ooh.
not much better. I mean, honestly, probably Insomniac.
Yeah, I love the games.
Yeah. The games, they had good synergy, didn't they? Sony video games and the movies, and I could see the synergy happening.
Yep.
So. All right, Tevia, thank you for your question, my man, and thanks for watching, bud. Have a good night.
See ya.
Thanks, bud. Okay, if you would like to be a live caller, feel free. I will pop the code up one more time in chat, and then we're going to move on. There's the code one more time on Facebook and YouTube. And we'll pop you guys in. Anybody going to see this movie again in the theater?
Tomorrow.
I've already seen
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow at noon.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it at least 4 times because I go to Regal and they have a membership and you can see as many movies as you want with that membership. So I'm just gonna go see it as many times as I can.
I mean, I've got the AMC package too, but I've already seen the movie twice. As much as I like it, I don't know if I'm going to see it again. I'm at least going to give myself a week to sit on it, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And then we'll see.
Yeah.
Because I watched it. I watched it twice in a span of 24 hours.
Wow.
I don't think I don't generally do that. I really don't go to the movie again. I wait for it maybe at home, but I don't know.
My first one was very spirited, so I needed another shot to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if we don't have any more callers, I say it's time to rank the Spider-Man movies. All right, here's how we're going to play this game. So we have all the Spider-Man movies here, and let me just do mine first, and then we can go around the horn. My favorite Spider-Man movie is Spider-Man 2, so that's in the top spot, right up here. I like this first one just a little less than Spider-Man 2, so I'm going to put that at the second tier. I'm going to do Spider-Verse in the second tier, and I'm also going to do this one in the second tier. Yeah, that's the tier order of 2. All right, let's do the third order. So in my ranking, Spider-Man 2 is my favorite and top spot. Second tier is Spider-Man 1. Is it called Into the Spider-Verse? I think that's what's called.
Yes.
And then Spider-Man Brand New Day is up there. So where else am I going to land things? Well, I think the Spider-Verse sequel is not as good as the first one. So I'm going to put that under it. Let's see. Can I make this bigger so you guys can see it? Let's see. Let me mess with my windows over here just a little bit. I'm not sure if that's helping at all. Let me zoom in a little bit. Maybe you guys can see that. Ah, that's better. There you go.
This is gripping for anyone who's listening to the audio version of the podcast.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm trying to describe. Okay. I'll speed this up. I'm gonna put Homecoming. Yeah, I'll put it in the third tier.
Wow.
Oh, No Way Home. Up here with Spider-Man 2. That's in my top. I like No Way Home better than the recent Spider-Man film. Huh. My least favorite Spider-Man movie is Far From Home. It's way down there. I don't like that one at all. I like Spider-Man 3 more than that. And I think this is fair. I think Amazing Spider-Man 1 and Amazing Spider-Man 2 are on the same par as Spider-Man 3, in my opinion. So that is my list. All right, let me pull them out. Let me hit refresh. Will it refresh? Enable ads. Oh, my God. Okay, so it doesn't pull them out for me. Okay, let's pull them out. Here, okay. Oh, I thought I could do this easier.
I
Does it
think
not
you
go
just
down?
have to stick them all in 5.
Again, I'd like
Okay.
to apologize to the podcast listeners
Yeah,
who can't
that's fair.
see the
you know,
magic
Brad-
of what Brad's doing.
Yeah.
Brad, what we
What-
could
what-
do is you could send
Yeah.
us the link to that website, and we can all do it separately, and then send you
Ah!
the link or the
Yeah,
image.
because that's what I thought we were doing. That's what. And then
Okay.
we shared the screen.
Here we go.
Okay.
It's in the chat.
All right, private chat. There you go. There it is. Oh, okay, Josh, you're up. Let me figure this out. How am I going to do this? Let me put Josh's screen over here.
Okay, good. Mine's already set. Okay.
And share screen. Okay, there you go, Josh. What do you got? Let's see it. And describe, as George has said, for audio listeners, talk them
Okay.
through it.
All right. Brad, you're gonna kill me. Okay, at fifth in tier 5, I'm putting Spider-Man 2.
What?
I genuinely do not like that movie, and it's all because of how much like just misery Peter goes through.
Hey, FYI, it's still on Brad's screen.
Oh,
Damn it.
Now we have to share screens, and this is way more work than I signed up for.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I got too many tabs open. Let me figure this out. Okay. Josh, copy link address. Okay. Maybe. Is that right?
No. So
No.
it's saving what you did. Josh is gonna have to share his screen.
oh, okay.
Like we're all gonna have to share
okay.
our screen.
You guys are
from-
all going to have to share your own screens. Okay, my
Yeah.
bad.
I will
Okay,
end my
okay.
life before this is over. Before we
And
before
Apple
we
loves
reach
that.
the end
Okay.
of this segment, I will have ended my own life.
Okay,
Oh,
YouTube is going
here
to
you are,
flag
Josh.
this.
You got it?
I got it. Josh is up. Up.
Okay.
Go ahead, man.
Unfortunately, at number 5, I'm putting Spider-Man 2. I can't stand just the amount of misery that they just like shove at Peter's way there. I genuinely don't like it. Tier 4, I'm putting Far From Home and Spider-Man 3. Tier 3 has Spider-Man. Tier 2 has Homecoming, TASM 2, and Across the Spider-Verse. And then No Way Home, The Amazing Spider-Man 1, Into the Spider-Verse, and Spider-Man Brand New Day are in the...
You think you know a guy. Amazing
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 is better than Raimi's first?
I
Willem Dafoe?
I have special memories with that one. Like, my mom and I went to go see that, and she's like my Aunt May. So I gotta...
I get it.
And these are like for you guys. I know you guys grew up with the comics. I didn't. I grew up with the movies. So these were this was my Peter Parker. This was I'm relating to this guy as Peter Parker in it. So, but yeah, that's my list.
Okay, who else wants to share their screen?
I can share mine, or you can
Okay,
use
go ahead,
the
Kelly.
photo, the snapshot I just sent you.
It'd be easier for you to share your screen, Kelly.
Yep.
Once I
Alright,
see it,
let's
I will
see.
pop it up.
I love how it's like and 2 monitors because I do not have 2 monitors on this laptop. Okay, hold on. Love this. All right, let me get. Okay, y'all are gonna see craziness. Is what's gonna happen. There we go.
I would just share a tab. Oh,
Nope,
there you go.
that's what
I
I'm
got
trying
it.
to
I got
All
it.
right. So, like I said, you guys are gonna hate me now. But my top movies are definitely Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and Spider-Man 2002, Tobey Maguire's.
Shopping for your next car?
Oh wow!
Can y'all hear this?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're shopping for our next car. There's so many tabs, pop-ups.
No, it's so many ads.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyway, those are my top 2. It has a lot to do with just me being like 11 years old, seeing Spider-Man, live action for the first time. But I could watch these movies over and over and over and over again and never get tired. They are classics, and in my opinion, do not have a whole lot wrong with them for nostalgia value. And just Into the Spider-Verse is literally formula by formula the perfect film. Tier 2 is Spider-Man No Way Home and the Amazing Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2. I think that these are really great films, but Spider-Man 2 is nowhere near as perfect as Spider-Man 1, in my opinion. And I know people get mad about that because they feel like it's the better film, but it's not. Then 3 is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and Spider-Man Brand New Day. Like, there's nothing wrong with these films. They're just they're good sequel films to me. I just don't feel like I feel like they lack something, and I can't necessarily pinpoint what. Then the fourth tier is going to be Spider-Man Far From Home, Spider-Man Homecoming, and Spider-Man 3. They're very mid, and I say that as somebody who actually I like Spider-Man 3 for nostalgia value. But they're meh. And then if I could forget that this movie existed, if I could just erase it from existence, I would. The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
What about the Gwen scene? The Gwen scene, the death scene, I like a lot.
And that's
Okay,
not
look,
like that scene.
That's one scene out of the entire film, Brad.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it
here's
holds
my
a lot of
thing.
weight for me.
Here's my thing, and I think JR would agree with me. It does the absolute worst to the Osborns, and as somebody who really likes Norman and Harry,
that's fair.
and seeing what they do, especially when you have the actor that played Harry,
Yeah.
Dane,
guy-
and I cannot remember his last name, but he's so good, and he would have been
Dane DeHaan.
Dane DeHaan.
Yeah.
He would have been the perfect Harry, and instead, that movie completely ruined his career. And that had nothing to do with his acting. It had everything to do with a horrible script and just the worst take on those characters possible. And
I can't see that guy's name without thinking of how creepy he was in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not creepy in the way that you want the Green Goblin to be creepy. Like it's
creepy on like a weird, uncomfortable level.
It's not good. Like, I mean, he looks like Toad at one point versus Green Goblin. And again, I can't stand it. I love the song at the end of the movie, which also really ruins the vibe.
Yeah, that's fair. It does go so hard right at the beginning, though.
Yeah.
Everybody know the story of David Goliath.
Yeah, no, but it's just like I said, if I could never see that movie again, I would.
Another thing I didn't like about ASM2 is the very last scene, which should be an important final image of the film, was spoiled and put in a trailer.
Every single trailer, though.
Also,
every single.
Too, about The Amazing Spider-Man 2. The fans of Emma Stone bullying Sony into cutting all of the MJ scenes because Cheyenne Woodley was going to be MJ. They shot a whole bunch of those scenes.
Yeah.
She had a moment at the actual end of the movie, and that all got cut because some people have really parasocial relationships with strangers and could not stand it. And it's one of the reasons why I can't stand Dan Slott and his trolling, because he loves using that clip of Emma Stone saying, MJ is this horrible bitch from that SNL monologue. He loves using that thing. And it's like, I hate all of that. I hated all of that marketing about MJ sucks, look at Gwen Stacy, because none of it was right to me. And that movie encapsulates all of that. And I hate that movie. So anyway.
Okay, who would else like to share their screen?
Can I do it so I can get it out of the way?
Yep. Go ahead. Pop it up, and I will share it with me, and I'll pop it up.
All right, let me get to the share screen.
Yep. And Laura, since this is your first time, that link, little plus monitor down there, that'll let you share your screen. If you haven't done that before. You can share a tab specifically. Okay. There is George's. All right, where we got, George?
So I have No Way Home up here by itself.
Yeah.
Below that, Spider-Man 2, and this latest offering, Spider-Man Brand New Day. This is not going to be a full list of what was it, 9 movies or however many movies you guys said there were. I didn't see Far From Home, so I'm not going to rank it because I don't think that would be fair, and I don't consider the Into the Spider-Verse films to be Spider-Man movies. So Spider-Man 3 or Spider-Man 1, The first Raimi film would be here in the mid tier. Spider-Man 3 and the 2 Mark Webb Spider-Man movies down here. And then the absolute worst would be Spider-Man. And I rank the Mark Webb movies above Homecoming because at least in these movies, Spider-Man was still his own damn man. You know, he was his own hero. He wasn't anyone's sidekick. So that's why everything ranks above Homecoming for me.
Yeah.
And that's all I have to say about that. And I will stop sharing my screen now.
Yep. Okay, who else would like to share their ranking? We've done George, we've done Josh, we've done Kelly, we've done me. Sarah, you ready? Good.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You can share just a tab.
Yeah. Yep.
So, like, if I click share screen, it'll let me pick just a tab.
Yes.
You got window and Chrome tab, I think.
Yeah, and then it'll move you to your tab.
Can you see it?
I see you. Let's see. Yep, there you go. Got it.
All right, awesome. I made it bigger though, so I can like actually see it because I couldn't see it the size it was before. So
yeah, I had to zoom in my thing too.
Yeah, for the S tier or the first tier, I put not in like any particular order, but the movie that just came out, so Brand New Day, Spider-Man 2, and then Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Nice. For the next tier, the A tier, I put No Way Home and Spider-Man 1. For the B tier, I put the second Spider-Verse movie and The Amazing Spider-Man. For the C tier, I put Far From Home, Spider-Man 3, and Homecoming. And for the D tier, I put Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh,
Kelly, you're on the same page on that. Yep.
Why
do you think Brand New Day was better than No Way Home?
Why do I think Brand New Day was better than No Way Home?
Aside from being on crack cocaine.
That's a hard question. Because it was hard to tier those movies. Honestly, I was working on it the whole time. What do I think it was better? I liked the new web swinging stuff that we talked about. I think that really elevated the movie for me.
Yeah, and plus you're a fan of the video game too.
Yes, I am a big fan of the video game. So.
All right, Christina, you want to share your screen?
Yes, if you loved Kelly's, wait till you see mine.
oh, no.
Wait, do we just twin or no?
Are you polar opposites or on the same page? We'll find out.
We'll see. We will
Okay.
see.
I'm curious, George, what type of Pringles? Salt and vinegar, good choice. Very good. Good choice. Good choice. Oh, there you are, Christina. I got you.
Yay!
Y'all need some pop-up blockers.
I've got Spider-Man Brand New Day in the S tier for now, but I don't know whether I like it more than No Way Home or whatever. But in the first row, I've got No Way Home, Across the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse, Homecoming, and Brand New Day. For tier 2, I got Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, which I like Spider-Man better than Spider-Man 2. So me and Kelly are on the same page with that. I've got Far From Home for 3. And then for number 4, I've got ASM 2 and the first ASM. And then for the 5th one, I got Spider-Man 3.
Okay. All right. So the new one is one of the best Spider-Man movies of all time, in your opinion. Better than Spider-Man 2 and 1. Talk a little bit about that for me. Did you see the Raimi ones in the theater?
The only one I saw was Spider-Man 3 because I hadn't seen the first 2 in theaters, but I've seen them all multiple times. But I agree with Kelly about Spider-Man being better than Spider-Man 2. And I used to love Spider-Man 3. I was obsessed with it when it came out, but then I didn't care for Spider-Man 2 all that much originally, and then Spider-Man 2 went up for me and Spider-Man 3 went down.
I will clearly admit that I do have rose-colored glasses of Spider-Man, the Raimi Spider-Man films. mainly because I spent so many years wanting a Spider-Man movie to happen. And when it happened in 2002, I was very happy that it happened. So it's a nostalgia thing for me. And I get it. I mean, different generations are going to gravitate towards quote unquote their Spider-Man. Like Josh said, you grew up on the movies.
Yeah, you were
right?
saying like
You
you
went
all
to
been
the-
waiting for years or whatever. I'm like, I was born and there was already one of these out.
Exactly.
Well,
And you know,
when
this goes back real quick. This goes back to the point, and we're going to talk about this next week on the 20th anniversary podcast. I had a moment where I was in the theater, and I thought to myself, you know, nearly 30 years ago when I made this website, there was nobody I could talk to about Spider-Man.
Mhm.
Nobody. And now, 30 years later, I'm sitting in a theater with everybody and his brother talking about Spider-Man. Like, the character is so damn popular that it's just crazy how generational this character is. 60 plus years. It's just insane. So go ahead,
that's
Kelly.
what I was going to say, because again, we had to wait so long in line before they could let us into the theater. There was a kid, looked like he was about my nephew's age, and a teenager. The only Spider-Man they know, like their current Spider-Man, is Tom Holland, because Tom Holland has actually been doing this for 10 years.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He is the longest running Spider-Man. And that
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of like
he is, isn't
blew-
he?
And that kind of
Mhm.
blew my mind for a little bit, because it was like, we've now seen 3 iterations of Spider-Man on the big screen since 2002. You know, we've known about this since really 2001, because it was like what, spring 2001 they announced the cast
I think
for
so, yeah.
Spider-Man. Yeah. And you know, so it's kind of crazy because it's been 25 years of us
I saw
knowing
a
that
press
Spider-Man on
junket of Zendaya and Tom Holland, and a little 10-year-old boy is like, or a little 9-year-old boy maybe. He's like, you've been playing Spider-Man longer than I've been alive, and Tom Holland goes, "Fa!" I thought that was so cute, so cute.
I like how he's stressing, like he's like, yeah, I just turned 30, like
Yeah.
over and over and over again
I
in the
know.
press screenings, and I'm like, stop.
Wait till he turns 50. That's a
Absolutely.
And still doing Spider-Man because they're never letting him go. He is the new
Oh,
Hugh Jackman. He is the new Wolverine. Marvel and Disney will not let him go.
Until
Yeah.
he's 90.
At least 90.
Yeah, he's the new Hugh Jackman. That's crazy.
Yeah, off of
All right,
Kelly's-
before we go ahead, Josh. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, off of Kelly's point there, it is really cool when I got to be Spider-Man at the movie theater, kids coming out of the theater and yeah, they're 8, 9 years old, so they only know Tom Holland Spider-Man, and then get to see me dressed as Spider-Man for the movie there after they just watched. Like, so what'd you think of my latest adventure, right? You know, that's super cool for them. But yeah, that is Tom Holland for this current upcoming, you know, the Gen Alpha.
Yeah.
That's Spider-Man for them.
We call that stolen valor, Josh.
Ouch.
It's not necessarily a thing that you.
Ouch.
that you
Oh
wanna
my
claim.
gosh.
Stolen Valor,
That's so
but I made
funny.
a career out of it.
Speaking,
So
speaking of, can I just random tidbit? But Josh, what I noticed the most, and it was like my non-spoiler review that I've posted online, seeing the print, the like where they didn't like do a raised print or like hand, you know, did the webs, like it was printed on the suit. It
yeah.
was like sub-dyed. Then the normal, like just only going to go over the emblem and the webbing.
Mhm.
And then maybe had in some, it wasn't in every costume, but some of those costumes had it, the clear puff paint texture on just the blue parts. But it was like very clearly clear puff paint. I was like, that's my suit. I was like, I have a movie quality suit now, because my suit was made with the same techniques that they did on that suit. I could see that very clearly.
Oh, it's the
You know,
suit
one
is-
thing that we didn't mention on the pros, this costume is by far one of the best.
Oh,
I hated, I
absolutely.
hated
what
the.
But
I
it
hated
looks
the web shooters.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But
That's fair, but the color and the Ramita eyes is spot on. Just
Yep.
perfect. I
But my
love
thing-
the
it's
color
also-
look.
It's also like the easiest suit to recreate. Like you can recreate it. Multiple cosplayers have used these techniques on their spider suits multiple times. And this is something that I had some friends who worked on the suit that they were trying to use for Civil War before they decided to do motion capture.
Okay.
And they couldn't get the stuff that Sony wanted to adhere to the spandex. Like anytime he moved, it would pop off.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. And because it was like polyurethane, and so it was just the fact that like they had talked about like they just wanted to go back to the basics, but somebody somewhere had said, oh no, that's not going to look good on camera. Well, look at what we just had.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It looks amazing.
I like what Mr. Comics said. Tom's going to be old enough to be Spider-Man's last stand. He's just going to have the jacket, you know?
That's what's happening
That's
when he's
pretty good.
90.
Exactly. Yep. All right. Before we go, we have one last live caller. Zach is in the house. What's going on, Zach? How are you?
I heard a rumor you guys are doing the live callers tonight, so I just wanted to jump in.
Yep. We open it up. What do you got?
My question to you guys is,
Yes, sir.
With this being, does this film feel to you guys the least MCU-like film compared to the other three? Because I feel like that from a thematic standpoint, Hulk and Punisher being in there fit more of like it felt like this was Peter's movie that happened to be in the MCU. Do you guys agree with that? I'm curious as to y'all's thoughts.
Half of it.
Okay.
I think it feels very much. I think it feels very much MCU because of all the Marvel team up going on. Like it's not, if it was a total Spider-Man Peter movie, we wouldn't see these people. We'd have more villains. We'd see more Tombstone, Tarantula, etc. But I feel it's very much rooted in the MCU to the extent that you're getting some X-Men in your Cheerios.
That's true. And I kind of feel like that this movie kind of comes out at a great time because of the fact that Peter's just overall demeanor is very reflective of a lot of people, and I don't know if that resonated with you guys the way it did with me, but I just felt like that. And granted, I've been trying to listen to the show. I was doing Uber and Lyft tonight, so I was in and out, so I might have missed some stuff. But my other question: did anybody notice that MJ's hair was pretty red?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I noticed she like slowly looks more like MJ over the course of the 4 of these films so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was another thing. I wanted to hop in because I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to wish you happy anniversary to the 20th anniversary next week. I guess you'll doing the show then. But
yeah, we're doing live callers and calling then too, if you like.
Okay, I will do my best, but I appreciated you guys taking me in. I wanted to just say that this is like the best Spider-Man movie ever, and I'm glad you guys universally pretty liked it. So I've seen some pretty negative Nancy's online, and it baffled me.
They're in our chat.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. This is also what happened with the Thunderbolts, where everyone liked it, then everyone started hating it, and then pivoted back up. It's kind of just par for the course with MCU stuff at this point.
Which is just weird because I remember I'm going to watch the movie tomorrow with my daughter, so I'll get her opinion on it too.
Nice.
What's your grade, Zach, on it?
I gave it an A minus. A minus.
That's what I gave it.
Really, really like the film. The Punisher. I didn't know how they were going to do a PG-13 Punisher, but they managed to nail it, and they really did a good job. Just because Bernthal has been so R-rated for so long. I wish we would have seen some Fisk and Daredevil. I had kind of hoped for that. That was probably my one thing that I was like, I wish that would have been there.
Daredevil showed up too early. He was in the last movie.
Okay, if Sadie Sink's not Jean Grey, who would you have casted her to be as a Spider-Man character?
Annie.
Boy, with that red hair, she was looking like like a Mary Jane, but she's too young.
I don't disagree, Brad. If she was a little older, she would have been perfect casting as Mary Jane.
Yeah.
But
Firestar, that looks good. Neo, the one.
Yeah, Firestar. Yeah. So I heard y'all were doing live callers. I didn't know if you guys were just gonna have me or have just the one. So I was like, well, let me.
No, we had Tevia and also Donovan called in. So that was.
I saw. I did see Dawn.
Yeah.
I did see Dawn. So I had been listening to the show, but I had been doing Lyft, and I had people in my car. I also had a life hack that I learned at the theater, which was somebody took melted butter and put it in a spritzer. Spritz on their butter, so that way they never didn't have any butter on. And I was like, that's a pretty genius.
That's pretty good. I've seen that. I've seen that done. Yeah.
So I had never seen.
However, if that thing spills in your pants, you're messed up. That's...
Imagine that being in your purse, though. Like if you're
buttered purse. That'd be a bad deal.
Brad, you're the one that taught me about the straw technique, where you put it.
The straw's cool, isn't it?
Straw.
You're like, let Fat Man teach you. I got you. And just like,
did I teach you that in person when we saw the movie?
Yeah, Fantastic Four.
Okay,
like, let a Fat Man teach you how to do this properly. Step aside.
Did I make a Batman reference?
I have to ask you a question, Brad, about Josh. Did you witness this man eat? Because I did.
Yes.
And that man could put food away. This man literally, we went to Texas Roadhouse, me and Neil, and we ate, and then we went to Waffle House like an hour later, and then he ate a full Waffle House meal and he was trying to witness the ambiance of a Waffle House, and it was like right nearby.
Josh is a mutant. He's called Metabolism Man.
Yeah.
Right. How do you think muscles like?
Well, I knew, but I mean, yeah. Also, did anybody else but me realize the whole bit where he gets in his skivvies with Elena, kind of a reference to the video game skin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
See,
Also, Zach, can I ask why you're sunburned?
It's just the lighting of the I can make it a little bit lighter. Hang on.
Were you hanging out with Firestar? Is that why we didn't see her?
Jesus, no.
Why are you so reflective?
That's usually aimed my way. Yeah.
Well, no. When Josh is around me, he sends me the ball jokes, Brad.
Got it.
This is two ex-wives. I don't know what happened to you, Brad. But no, I appreciate you having me on. I'll try
no problem, man.
20th anniversary.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, man. All right. We're gonna do final thoughts around the horn, and then I gotta tease what's coming up next.
We forgot Laura's tier.
Yes. Oh, Laura, your tier. I'm so sorry,
Laura.
Let me see your tier. Can you share your screen real quick?
I'll try. My screen is going real crazy right now, though, so we'll see what comes through.
Well, that website loves pop-ups. I'll tell you right now.
Is it showing anything yet?
Nope, not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Did you click on present and then do tab?
For some reason, that tab where I'm in the StreamYard with you guys is like frozen. Every other tab is good, but that one has died for some reason. Let me close
well, you can
it.
you can just read it to us if you want. You want to tell us.
Good.
So what's your top movies?
I've always been pretty partial to Spider-Man 2 because of Doc Ock. He's one of my favorite villains. Homecoming was a good one to me because I've always had a soft spot for I'm blanking on his name now. Michael Keaton, sorry, the Vulture.
Oh yeah.
The Into the Spider-Verse movie, I liked how they portrayed the Kingpin in that. So when we were mentioning that would have been cool to Brand New Day, that was interesting to me. No Way Home had everything. Like it just had a little bit of everything. So that actually enters my second tier. Yeah, I had trouble with the tiers because it's hard for me to differentiate them very well. I guess third tier, I did both the Andrew Garfield movies because I liked those just because I felt Spider-Man was portrayed better there, even though Peter Parker wasn't really my style. And when we mentioned Gwen Stacy earlier, her scene in that, I felt like I was the only person in my theater who was like seeing her through a comic book lens rather than through the movie lens. I didn't think the movie did the thing justice, but in my mind, I was seeing it differently. Then I went with our Brand New Day, and honestly, the fourth tier, it didn't sit well with me. I'm hoping tomorrow I like it better. And then the Spider-Man, the first movie, and Spider-Man Far From Home, those kind of give me cringy high school vibes, so I don't like watching them as well. They make me uncomfortable. And I go back and forth on Spider-Man 3 because it just had so many villains. It was overwhelming. Is one reason I'm not a huge fan of that movie. Although I love Venom, but I didn't like the Eddie Brock. Oh, I'm trying to remember. Did they call him Eddie Brock Jr. in that movie?
Yes.
Helped a little.
But you
But
liked
him as Eddie Brock.
But you liked No Way Home, which had like over twice as many villains.
But there were 3 times as many Spider-Men.
Well, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. Good point. Good point.
Ratio.
keep it even.
Oh,
Yeah, and the last one, I just didn't like the last Spider-Verse movie because it ended on a cliffhanger, and I haven't seen the next one yet. So I've been upset
Yeah,
about that
I-
for years.
I get that. Yep. Okay, let's do final thoughts. We'll start at Sarah. Final thoughts. What do you got? Oh, you're muted, Sarah. There you
Sorry,
are.
I forgot I was muted. I like the movie a lot. Had a great time. Can't wait to see it again.
That's a final brief thought. I love it.
Yep.
All right, Christina, what do you got?
I definitely need to see it again. Hopefully this time without a commentary somewhere in the theater. I need time to process it some more, see where I can properly rank it. So we'll see what happens this week coming up when I can try to go again.
Got it. Okay. And Josh, final thoughts.
Loved the movie. Loved all the extra gigs that happened because of it, and looking forward for this weekend to be done so I can sleep and not have to watch the next Suits.
Yep. Laura, final thoughts.
It was really fun hanging out with you guys. Like, I've been thinking about doing this for years, so it was exciting to finally pop in. Sorry I wasn't more prepared.
Oh, you did
I kind of
great.
forget that I need to talk and not just type. I do a lot better at typing.
Yep. All right, and Kelly, final thoughts.
My final thoughts is it is a solid film. It's definitely rewatchable, and I'm excited to see what else is on the horizon for Tom Holland and this kind of Spider-Man team. And I also want to make note, hey Brad, now you have enough like female podcasters, you could do an all-female podcast episode, and you should do it. Just to prove the people that claim that there are no female Spider-Man podcasters wrong.
Yeah,
Who claims
there's
this?
a bunch of you.
Most of them claim that Spider-Man Crawlspace is all just a bunch of dudes, and I think it's funny because
You outnumber
Crawlspace has
us right now.
consistently
What?
had female podcasters,
Um,
and it's the only podcast that has an actual diverse cast.
Yeah.
I think we started having a gal on the podcast regularly. What back like 2000,
like episode 10 or something.
2010.
Yep.
No, I mean
Yeah.
I'm talking about like when Stella came on. That was like
Yeah.
that was
Stella was the
2010
very
or so.
first. Yeah. Yeah.
All I'm saying is just, I was like, we should do that now. Laura has a microphone.
Yeah.
We'll
I'm
just
game.
rope her in.
Brad,
Game.
you can send in your wife, and I can send in my fiance there.
I've
We
had
could-
my wife on it. We've
Yeah.
had at least 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know how many women we've had on the show, but there's a lot of Spider female fans.
Mhm.
So
That's what I'm saying.
Let's go.
It seems underrepresented unless it's on the Crawlspace, and I just think it's funny that the Crawlspace has a reputation that is not accurate.
I mean, how
Well,
many gals have there been on Amazing Spider Talk?
Exactly. I refuse to go on.
I-
You know what
I-
they did?
Well,
Or said. what they
okay.
did.
I didn't say it, but it's true. All right. George, final thoughts.
I've had fun seeing folks again. It's been like I said, Kelly. I think it's been years maybe since I've actually. I don't know if that I've actually
Because
done
you're
a
the
show with
same
you.
person. That's why you
Wow.
don't see each other often.
Can I give my final thought, Brad? Please,
Okay.
without being. Can you please just respect my time up here to say my piece and get everything off my chest? But no,
Kirby hand.
Kelly, it was good to talk to you. Like I said, I'm trying to think back to like when I think
Satellites, when you
I think
you
we did
gave
a
up.
satellites.
Yeah, it's Satellites after you gave up on Ultimate, and then I took it over.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, I
and-
liked it.
And then,
you two used to suffer the amazing titles together. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Laura, it was good to meet you. You had very big shoes to fill tonight. Actually, that's not true. Most of the time, we just assume JR's dead when he's on camera.
No, I was supposed to be JR. I did
a lot
think
of
about
time.
finding like toys. I should have brought more Spider-Man.
Yes, that's classic
We
JR.
need more toys.
If
Yeah.
I had a dime for every time I'd looked at the screen and wondered, is JR still alive?
Yeah, can someone poke JR real quick?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, I'd have $1 million.
And we have a call in. It's JR. No, I'm just kidding. No.
Christina and Sarah, it's good to see you as always, and Josh, it's good to see you. I'm sorry, Josh, that you and I couldn't join Brad in Missouri.
Oh.
Wait, no, he didn't invite us.
No.
I think here. Okay, we'll explain. I have a girl that just turned 16 years old, and it's her birthday.
I didn't say you didn't have a legit excuse. I just said,
No, you just-
yeah, he didn't invite us.
Can I finish my final thought, George? My final thought is, anyway, I appreciate all my friends. Like I said earlier, that 30 years ago when I started the website, no one could talk about Spider-Man. Now I have an abundance of friends, female friends also, that love to talk Spider-Man. So I think that's just an awesome thing. Let's talk. I'd need to talk about what's coming up next. A week from today, we are going to do 2 live shows. We're going to do Amazing Spider-Man number 996 to 998. We're going to review those books. So you have, starting at 6 p.m. Central on our YouTube, you can watch us review the last 3 latest Spider-Man titles. And then we're doing a really big shoe. The 20th anniversary podcast, where we're going to be all live callers and we're going to share memories of 20 years of broadcasting talking about Spider-Man. And you can call in and be a part of it if you have a funny Crawlspace moment that you remember, or how you discovered the website or the podcast. We started this thing back in 2006. It was the very first Spider-Man podcast online, and we're still going. So mark your calendars if you'd like to be part of that. Feel free to join us, and we'll bring cake, virtual cake, Spider-Man virtual cake. We could all eat it together. Or maybe we'll get spider pizzaronis or whatever those are. We'll eat those together if you'd like.
You better be shipping one of those to Canada.
You not have cheap pizza up there?
I just don't have the Spider-Man crossover at Little Caesars.
Oh, got it. All right.
Okay, well, I have to make my own, so.
Yeah. All right. That is the wrap. So thank you all for 3 hours of this. Wow. Crazy. And thank you for all. Yeah, I do too. So's my bladder. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Until next time, until next week. Peace.